outdoor storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need NextGen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the team's coming together. I feel like we have a lot of confidence, but we don't take our preparation for granted. You can't just show up and win games in this league. You got to prepare the right way, and you got to have that edge and that mindset come Sunday. And I think that's something our team does a really good job of, is playing with that chip on your shoulder and that edge and attacking people and getting after them. And I think that's something that's been huge for us. Can't be understated. So we have to continue to do that. You know, it's not, you're not just going to show up on Sunday and win games, no matter who you're playing, and especially against a good team in Denver. So proud of the guys, and we came ready to go.
All right, that's it. Let's go. Rise and shine. It's go time. We are rising, and baby, we are shining. They felt that bright light out there in Denver. May have melted some of those snow-capped mountains as hot as we came. Coming in hot, baby, and leaving just as warm to the touch. So welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. It's a NextGen Roofing Monday. Week after week, we're raising the roof here in victory formation as we assemble a contender. Anything that we've hoped, that we thought about this football team, was pounded home in exclamation points. I mean, we just beat the stew out of those ponies. Hey, Denver, that's what a top seed looks like? Good luck in the playoffs, boys. And if fate and division records have us coming back out there, thank you, sir, might have another. You just wait on us. Maybe you'll know who we are this time. Maybe the market will be big enough for you. Man, our guy Liam's reaching now, isn't he? A little bit, finding that edge, keeping that edge. You just keep doing it. I saw the social media team had thrown together a collage of, disbelief in the Jaguars. And look, it's fair. It's real. I huddled up near the end of ESPN's Sunday Countdown. Good morning, E.T. How are we doing this morning, my friend?
Sup, I see.
Okay, we had 11 now, and you need 13, friend. Yeah, 12 ain't the right number for you. 13 is what E.T. needs. I don't want to see him spin the wheel. I know my guy here gleefully will have him. I don't need that. We should be joyous celebration. All for one and one for all.
That's right. I like the way that sounds.
Yeah, let's go to 13. I think we will, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sure looks like it. Man, I'm kind of mad at your guy Lamar and the Ravens, E. I'm not going to lie. I'm down on those jokers. Hey, Ravens. I mean, you're up 11 points in the fourth, man. Finish it off.
Give the ball to Derrick Henry.
Hey, man, I'm not going to unfairly pick at Lamar, but he's getting to the point of diminishing returns, isn't he? The dude's always hurt or injured or sick or, and if he can't run, buddy, he's just a guy.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of his game.
And that little jerkiness in the pocket, that hopscotching around and finding a lane that quickly becomes 40 yards, maybe he still has it. And he's just been beat up since the beginning. But what a colossal choke by John Harbaugh and the Ravens last night at home. I mean, you're up 11 points and you got them 4th and 2 at the 50. Feel free to make a play, boys. Feel free to make a pay. That'll do it for the Patriots. They're not going to lose now. That was the last best chance, and the Ravens are not what the Ravens have been, and the reality has now arrived. We're about to have a postseason with no Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson, and no Detroit Lions, and a whole lot of Jacksonville Jaguars. What a terrific all-around win it was yesterday. I mean, you know what I really liked about yesterday's game?
Yeah.
We look like, listen, you watch a lot of good games where the first quarter, maybe they feel each other out, right? And too many times in the past, these days are gone and buried. If we weren't buried already, we buried him yesterday. Too many times in the past, and when I say past, I think way back to, the Rams game. If we come out and in the first couple of series, Trevor's sacked 2 or 3 times and pressured and we get no first downs, those kind of games don't end in 34 points around here. I mean, the maturity of leveling up and figuring out and finding the pace of the game and then taking advantage of your opportunities. I mean, we're just growing into some big boy pants awfully quick here, man. I mean, this isn't smoke and mirrors. The best team in the AFC right now is downtown, buddy. The best. I'm not saying they're going to win it all. They're not going to be the top seed. Ravens took care of that for us last night. They're the best team in the AFC. The numero uno. The best team. Not among the best. Not near the best. As we sit here this morning, the best team in the AFC just beat the number 1 seed like they were a 500 football team. And we beat them too now, boy. Man, it feels so good. Feels so good. Take a little victory lap. And the guys are continuing to play the disrespect card, and look, to a degree, they were right. Let me go back to my point. So yesterday, I'm watching the end of the NFL Countdown, the one with Randy Moss and Rex Ryan and Alex Smith and Teddy Bruschi. So there's 4 of them up there. And we're talking about the Chiefs and Mahomes being done, and they're gone, so it opens up the field for the AFC. So the host, I think it's Greenberg, says, okay, so let me turn it over to the 4 and argue for the 4 contenders in the AFC. And they proceed to tell me about the Bills and the Patriots and the Broncos and a Chargers team that we beat 35-6. And apparently that one happened in a vacuum somewhere that no one remembers. So that's real, dude. I hope they were watching pregame show. Hey, y'all want an example? Y'all think I'm just messing with you? Watch these 4 idiots. Hey, guys, come in here. Step away from your team breakfast. I'm going to ask you to watch a little bit of this. I never heard of them, ESPN. Look at these 4, quote, football guys. Do Rex Ryan's teeth eat him, or does he eat with his teeth? That's somewhat of a rhetorical question this morning. So that part of what they're trying to inspire, by the way, should fit pretty comfortably with a lot of y'all out there, because forever you want some respect. You want yours. Well, they're earning it. They're earning it on the field. I don't know every single team's resume, but I know the 11-4 or 12-3 Patriots ain't beat the kind of teams we beat. They just haven't. How many more? What do they got to do? They keep running. They keep trotting out teams that are 4-5 and 8 games over 500 against us, and we keep beating them by double digits. So what a glorious Monday. Work to be done. You know, the Colts play tonight. If they lose, the Jags are in the playoffs. I mean, I get this point, man. Getting into playoffs ain't going to do it for me, E. I'm pointing at that 2 seed. I'm pointing at hopefully the Chargers getting the Broncos in the finale. Look, Denver's got Kansas City next, and the Chiefs are woeful. They're playing with no pride, and I am shocked that a team with the championship legacy and DNA that they have so little pride that they can go to Tennessee and completely lay down. That shocked me yesterday. I thought that Chiefs team had a lot more to them. They're all Mahomes, I guess, huh?
All Mahomes.
I mean, all these years, it's all Mahomes. Mahomes leaves. They can't beat the Titans. By the way, Gardner Minshew tore an ACL yesterday. Aludicon, I think, is their 3rd quarterback, and that's who they will be facing the Denver Broncos with on Christmas Day. So Denver should bounce back with an easy win there. But then they've got the Chargers the last game of the year. So I don't know how the tiebreaker works exactly, but if the tiebreaker works in any sort of way that we beat the Chargers and the Broncos and somehow aren't seated ahead of them, then, yeah, that won't make sense to me. So, and by the way, we have gone through it. If the Jags win out, the worst they can be is the 3, and if either one of these 2 teams lose, they'd move up to the at the very least the 2. So the 2 seed is in play. That is tremendous. That's 2 home games, and then you play for the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl if you win those 2 home games. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars right now are a major problem for the AFC, and I've completely changed my mind. I don't give a damn who you bring in here opening weekend. Bring the Texans, bring the Bills, bring Tom Brady's Patriots. I do not care.
Energy.
Yeah. We're going to beat that A, buddy.
Energy.
The
Beat that A.
The first one. So especially that wild card round. So, hey, Houston, bring your A over here, man.
Tap that A.
Come on. We got a belt for you.
Whoa.
Buffalo, this is your year. Window, shut.
Beat that A.
You know why? Because we're better than you, Buffalo. We're better than you, Houston. We're better than you, Chargers. We're better than you, Broncos. And Patriots, don't even get me started. You bring that stuff down here, you're going home with a double-digit knot on your noggin.
That's a dub.
So anyway, that's where I'm at today. I'm ready now to crow a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm ready to crow. I crow through about a lot of things here today. Plenty to crow about if you're a Jacksonville Jaguar fan. Man, give it up for Trevor Lawrence, who got some nice earmuffs. Apparently, he wasn't listening at all to the nonsense that was coming from his own, quote, home crowd for most of the beginning of the season. Thank God for us, he doesn't listen to all that nonsense, and he keeps working on the offense, keeps working on the playbook, keeps working with Liam Cohen, and again, the complimentary football team, the football that this team played in the beginning of the year allowed the quarterback to go through some struggles.
It's my quarterback.
And still win football games. And now that he's playing like some of us thought he would, he's dominant. he's now, can carry a team if he needs to. Understand this. Trevor Lawrence should get a Purple Heart this morning. That man got beat to hell yesterday in Denver. Sacked 5 times. Hit. You ready for this one? Did you see the quarterback hits stat?
No, I ain't see how many times.
Yeah. Sacked 5 times. 14 quarterback hits yesterday. 14 of them. Standing in that pocket, releasing the ball, getting peppered, and then watching the ball land perfectly where it's supposed to be. I mean.
It's my quarterback.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's everybody's quarterback now, and that's the great thing about it. He's everybody's quarterback now. You may not have believed in Trevor Lawrence. If you continue to espouse that line, you're an idiot. End of story. No matter what happens from here and where it goes, if you're trying to tie down your expectations, if you're trying to limit your joy, your hope, and your optimism, and you're doing it by disparaging the quarterback, then you're doing it wrong. So good for Trevor, good for this football team. It is on cruise control, playing better than, I would argue, any team in the NFL. And that includes that slappy little thrown together outfit in Houston. Bring it on over here, boys. It won't be 17-10. It won't be a blown fourth quarter lead. We will tap that thing for you. Plenty of happiness to go around in that locker room. Just a wonderful day of football. That's how you draw it up. You get up, you take care of your Sunday, you wait with great patience and optimism and excitement for the game to kick off, and then they go out and they do that for you. And they just make it a very happy birthday, let's put it that way. Oh, that even worked, E. We got him out of there about 3:30.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you got him out about 3:30?
We're settling in. Oh, that's great. I got a happy 3-year-old full of cake running around all God's green earth.
Right in time for game time.
Oh, right in time for game time, baby, as we settle. It was a little nervous start now.
Yeah.
They were all over him, right? I mean,
Yeah.
It was like height killed a man with the ball. I was having flashbacks to see. But something about this team, that didn't define them. Right? Wouldn't this be, well, it'd probably be the fourth worst game as far as protecting Trevor.
Yeah, you talking about the game. I thought you said it didn't start out shaking the party.
No, I'm sorry, not the
Oh,
party.
yeah, man. Them boys, like you said this Thursday, you better buckle up your helmets. You better buckle up them chin straps because them boys coming. And they was bringing that wood.
Yes.
It was tough. It was scary at first.
And think about this. One more when it comes to the growth of this football team. Look, I haven't been shy about dreaming. I've been the guy tracking playoff projections since we were 6-4. I'm all in on this. You're darn right. My eyes are gonna get huge. Hopefully, my stomach can handle it.
Deal with it.
Yeah, there you go. Deal with it. But the 4 games now that Trevor has been absolutely dog harassed. Okay? Do you know what the 3 other ones were? They were the Houston game where they just killed him.
Yep.
It was the Rams game where they just killed him.
In Seattle.
And it was the Seattle game where they just killed him. Well, we now have one more game where they just killed him, and we won by 17 on the road. or 10. Right? The Broncos killed Trevor Lawrence yesterday like the Seahawks, the Texans, and the Rams did. You guys know what those 3 games have in common, right? Yeah, the letter L. We lost all 3. Typically, if you allow your quarterback to get sacked 5 times, you don't win football games. Never mind getting hit another 14 more. The weird thing about this game yesterday, though, was, and contrary to those 3 losses, we go through periods yesterday where he did have time. So I'm not here trying to tell you he ran for his life all day. I'm not. I'm just telling you the man took a beating standing in that pocket yesterday, delivering a huge win. I mean a beating. Bloodied and battered. I'm not saying, but Lamar would have left that game. All right, let's take a quick timeout. Come back. Let's go inside a happy locker room. Still finding edges as they go through the season. I'll update you on the latest in the playoff race. You're probably aware by now, but, man, the Ravens didn't do us any favors last night. They just choked away a game they should have won. We'd be the 2 seed here this morning if the big, bad Baltimore Ravens could handle business at home. But they can't, and they didn't. And so we'll wait and hope that Denver loses that finale to the Chargers that would put us rightfully in a 2 seed. And the opportunity to win a couple and then go beat a team that, I got news for you, ain't much. Whoever it is. New England, I suppose. All right, victory formation on a NextGen Roofing Monday. Man, are they delivering us a championship season. We have raised the roof to another level, and our friends at NextGen Roofing are there for you when trouble hits. Look, we've been kind of lucky when it comes to, roofing issues. The storm season came and went without anything. We haven't had a ton of rain, but we live in Florida, and that is certainly going to change for you homeowners at some point. And you can trust to our partners and friends at NextGen Roofing, and you'll save $300 along the way. All right, the text line is open. Designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. We are up and rolling. Just another beautiful Monday morning in victory formation. That's a dub. Somebody will get a T-shirt today.
Yes, sir.
And if things are karmically correct, E will get another couple of wins and avoid that wheel.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, we're back with more next. Thanks for being up and at it with us. I'm sure you're energized and as excited as most Jaguars fans. 641-1010. That's text line. Back with more next.
Fred Taylor is now in 1010XL's backfield.
Fred Taylor with 2 touchdowns.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside, your locally owned commercial truck headquarters and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, it's Rick Ballou. We got a fresh shipment of hard-to-find ProMaster vans, perfect for Section 179. My buddy Tommy and his team are committed to the community and make the process simple. Upfits, delivery, everything handled right. If you need ProMaster vans or commercial trucks for your fleet, you need Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
He's not a senior citizen. He's Jacksonville's senior writer, John Osher. And knows your favorite football team. Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Served up by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
I'm Frank Franzi, and I just got back from the farm at Okefenokee. Man, it's incredible. Just an hour north of Jacksonville and Folkestone. I was so impressed. It's about connecting with nature, with food, with community. And now you can own your very own handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm. Everything you need is there. You'll hardly need to go grocery shopping. Learn more about all of it at okefarm.com. That's OKEfarm.com, the farm at Okefenokee.
Awaken 180 weight loss. Awaken 180 weight loss. Hacker here for the best weight loss program that I've ever been on. I hear some of my friends telling me about this medication they're on or that medication they're on or this shot they're taking. And I stop them and say, well, wait a minute. I lost over 100 pounds doing it the all-natural way with Awaken 180 weight loss. There was no medications. There was no shot once a week. There was the coaching I received from Awaken 180. There's the plan they put me on, and you see the results. Over 100 pounds of weight loss in less than a calendar year. The coaching I got was phenomenal. Not only did it help me lose the weight, it's helping me keep the weight off now that I'm in the maintenance program. Awaken 180 is the best weight loss program I've ever been on, and I tried them all. Go to awaken180weightloss.com, awaken180weightloss.com, or call 844-346-1800.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to floridahomeac.com/careers to find out more. We're talking a competitive, guaranteed base salary with bonus opportunity, comprehensive paid training programs, and promotions based upon performance and top shelf benefits. It's all waiting for you. Log on to floridahomeac.com/careers. Florida Home AC, equal opportunity employer.
It's the best time of year for sports. Bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, it's all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which games to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
I hope not, honestly. Hope we don't get any. So, everybody out there, just keep it up. It's great. So, yeah, it's a big game and just proud of the guys. It's fun.
Did you see Liam Cohen's opening comments when he took the media? Hit the.
I definitely saw it. He had that ready.
Yeah, he did. He has it ready. He had one ready earlier this year. Was it in San Francisco, maybe?
Yeah, it was Salah.
He's got him ready. He said, yes, I thought we played, pretty well for just a small market team coming out here to Mile High.
I love it.
Yeah. Take that middle finger, Sean Payton. Do with it what you will.
Especially because it was Sean Payton.
Now I got some suggestions, you smug little jerk. How'd that go for you?
Right.
Huh? How you doing today there, big boy? Not big boy, little man.
Yeah, we got small market motion over here, and I like it.
Yeah, we got small market. Let my head coach march across the field there, old man. Find out how small we are.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Big talker with that erratic quarterback you got and little to no running game. We'll come out there again, Denver. Don't make us. Do yourself a favor. You go ahead and lose in the playoffs. You're the top seed. You don't want no more of that smoke, buddy.
No, sir.
You don't want that wagon rolling in on you again because we got 60 more minutes of it if you want it.
Trevor was balling.
God, is he balling?
He looked so comfortable back there throwing that ball.
I mean, he is
keeping his eye downfield. He hitting the boys, and your boy Parker Washington. Stop playing with that boy.
Oh, he is balling, E.T. He has made the transition. There's no going back. Gonna have a bad game here or there. They all do.
Yeah, they all
Y'all
do.
remember that out there, you psychos. He'll have a bad pass. He'll have a pick. Those things are gonna happen.
Right.
But that man with the heat of the world on him,
that D-line,
yeah, they're for real. Did you see the one block my man Johnny Munt put on Cooper? He had him one-on-one like a tackle, and he beat that boy. Take that back to your bench. Tell them small market showed up. The whole small market thing from Payton was so
random.
What is that? What do you mean small market? We're the NFL, you jackass. Is that what you said about Green Bay coming to town last week? Just curious. Should I go back and look? And you said, well, Green Bay, they're a good football team. It's a smaller market, but what kind of idiot are you, by the way? A guy who coached in New Orleans.
Right.
Smaller than us. I'm fired up today for good reason. Man, these jackasses. So, yeah, respect is there. They should let us in. It's time for the Shazam Spotlight this morning, by the way, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com. Man, your boy Trevor was dealing, though. You're right. I mean, and you know what he's gotten really good at? All of a sudden, it's like he took a magic pill. A genie granted him a wish. When he gets in trouble in that pocket, it used to be, oh, God. And now it's like, oh, good.
Yeah, right.
right? Because he's shuffling. And now, because he's willing to run and get you 15 yards, the defense comes in, whoop, stops. He's throwing on the run across his body.
It's like the play is still going, although he got all that action around him.
Right. He's stopping. He's resetting. And this confidence is just, it's just wait till it's a beautiful thing, man.
But he was diving for first downs. He was man.
He led him. He was a leader. He looked, dare I damn say, generational is what he looks like. The last 4 weeks, exactly what he looked. And remember last week he was the first to do this. Now he's the first since the only other guy to do what he's done the last 2 weeks when it comes to yards and touchdown is Brady. Tom, if you're wondering. So keep it up, Trev. Keep it up. Playing unbelievable football, though, to your point. Unbelievable football. Can I petition the National Football League?
Please do.
Today's Shazam Spotlight brought to you by my friends at the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kings. And, man, those guys have been so good with me, and they will be with you, too. Everyone I've sent down there has just been, man, they're the nicest people. I don't think that you're allowed to do it this way. I wish you were. But I would just like to, I don't know, maybe send a note to the NFL. Because I'm looking here at my 2025 Jaguars spreadsheet.
Uh-huh.
Look at this thing real quick here. Let's see. Chiefs, check.
Check.
Raiders?
Check.
Check. Chargers?
Check.
Check. Broncos?
Check.
Yeah, that's 4-0 West. We'll just take the AFC West championship and the number 1 seed if you need us to. We swept the AFC West, which I will remind everyone, when the season started, one of the narratives was, oh, man, it's a bad year. We got the best division in football, the AFC West. 3 playoff teams from a year ago. Even the Raiders are getting better with Genty and Pete Carroll. And we swept them. Mahomes, Herbert, Pete Carroll, number 1 seed.
And while we out west, we'll handle the Arizona Cardinals, too.
Yeah, we did. 49ers, you want some?
You want some?
Huh? The record on the road, there's just some signs of maturity and dominance here. And I got news with you. We're still not doing it right now with a roster full of all pros. Maybe next year some of those honors will come. And I don't want to get ahead of myself. We got way too much season here that we're going to play out. But, buddy, the optics of this receiving core moving forward. Jacoby Myers, Brian Thomas Jr., Parker Washington, who's legit now. He's a legit playmaking balling receiver. And Travis Hunter coming off of injury. We're going to have 4 guys. We'll go through injuries. And by the way, next year, going into year 2.
And he might not be the best in the league, but that Brenton Strange can play some football.
That's another one. And I tell you what, man, every game I watch, Travis Etienne is changing my mind on, well, one of the guys that we don't have to worry about, right? I wasn't here Friday, but Jacoby Myers signing the extension. Love it. I don't know what the reaction was. I absolutely love it.
Everybody loves it.
25th highest paid player at the position. I couldn't ask for any more. He's happy, wants to be here. And so, but man, that collection of receivers that they have now under contract. I mean, you don't really have to do anything. Fill in the bottom of the receiver roster with some special teams guys. Keep throwing a late draft pick or a free agent spot on a guy who, a hidden gem. But I'm here to tell you, Jacoby Myers, Brian Thomas Jr., Parker Washington, Travis Hunter. And the way Trevor is playing, with the offense continuing to grow, it's just exciting. Not a whole lot of other words for it. An excitement that is just reverberating through the locker room. So we'll hear some of that when we come back on the other side. But first, just a couple of observations from the college football playoff this weekend. First things first, just as we said, maybe the optics of just how terrible it was will cause the college football playoff committee to stop being idiots. Putting a 12-team playoff to find out who the best team is in the college football world, and inviting Tulane and James Madison is just so – it sounds like activism, E.T.
Luda.
It is. And it played just like that. Neither team had a snowball's hell and chance in hell of winning the game. Right off the bat, Ole Miss is up 17 and Oregon's up 24 before you got your second, libation. So that was kind of takeaway number one. from the weekend in the college football playoffs. Stop it already. Stop it. Who cares what they think? Stop inviting a group of 5, or at least put a parameter. We'll invite a non-Power 4 conference team if they're 12-0 and own at least 2 wins over top 15 teams. You got to put a parameter on it, you goons. And it's your own fault. At the end of the year, ranking James Madison and Tulane. What's wrong with you people? Auburn would beat Tulane. Florida would beat James Madison. That's what we're talking about here. But get the riffraff out of the way, and we got a pretty good Final 8 set up. But first, just another observation from the weekend. Man, I appreciate Texas A&M and Miami getting my weekend started by taking football back to the 1950s. Back in the day where it's no score at the half and guys can't make 28-yard field goals.
It was windy, man.
Yeah, they took football back 6 decades, man. I haven't seen a game like that since Army Notre Dame played to a 0-0 tie. And it was bad football, too.
It was a snooze fest.
It was bad football. So, congratulations, Miami. You got a stay of execution. Ohio State is going to beat the living crap out of you. What's the spread in that one? Let me get a spread here because I want to lay it right now. Joe Hughes had good luck this year betting his Canes. It's all luck because the Canes are a hard one to bet on. You never know what you're going to get, right? Good luck on this one, Joe. Don't put any of your hard-earned money on this one. Don't get caught up in your Canes optimism. I've never seen a team celebrate after playing such bad football like Miami, but that's what a playoff does for you. And listen, I don't. I said Miami should be in. I've been a Miami backer. Don't turn on me now and call sour grapes this, that, and the other. I'm telling you that what I saw on Saturday is not going to bode well when you go to the shoe. I don't know the last time I watched a game where it was no score at half and 3-0 after 3. Oof. I don't. That's just, what are we doing? By the way, those aren't like the 2 best defenses in college football. They're supposed to have good quarterbacks. That Marcel Reed, buddy, I have never liked him. That dude's terrible. That throw at the end of the game, after, by the way, faking the late hit, that was weak. He barely got bumped in the pocket. And anytime you get up and celebrate a late hit, it defeats the spirit of what a late hit should do to you.
Right.
Like, if you get late hit, personal foul, you ought not be nothing but rolling around on the ground. You shouldn't get up and high five like you just won the Oscar. Let me get to spread here. By the way, 4-1 in the 5-pack, so you can trust me here on my first opinion of the upcoming weekend. Where are the? I got to go playoffs. I see how y'all doing. Can't include them down there in the riffraff, huh? Where is the doggone ESPN? If I could hate you anymore, I don't know how. Can I get a spread? Can I get a spread on Ohio State, Miami? Let's see. That's going to be New Year's Eve, 7:30. And then Jan 1, we've got 3. So New Year's Eve is a week from Wednesday. Good for them, skipping past the bowl season and NFL football on the weekend. I think it's smart to play on Wednesday, Thursday. You get the, although playing on New Year's Eve, I don't know if you're going to have everybody watching, but Miami, Ohio State will play on New Year's Eve, and Ohio State's going to ring in the year with some cane scalp. That's what it feels like. I mean, thank God for the Canes. They got Mark Fletcher. It took about 2 hours and 45 minutes of watching, but the Canes running back, it just huge runs there on what ended up being a game-winning drive because Texas A&M drove down inside the 15-yard line, and Marcel Reed, he's just awful, man. Just threw it right to him. What a terrible pass. What are you doing, son? 3 points for Texas A&M. Ugh. And I guess the other storyline, the other game was competitive. It's amazing, when you put top 12 teams together, they have competitive games. Alabama, Oklahoma, a competitive game goes Alabama's way. They came roaring from behind to win that one. Miami and Texas A&M, boring but competitive. But when you throw in JMU, who was like D2 last week, and Tulane, who has been forever the butt of the joke in Southern college football, this is what happens. All right, I got to get this Miami spread, and then we'll go to break. Let's look at the odds here. What are you going to guess the odds are? I'm going to say Ohio State 9.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but that's what I'm going to say.
I say 7.
7? Okay, here we go.
Which is also a lot.
Let's see. Bet MGM. Buckeyes have opened as a 9.5-point favorite over the Miami Tropical Winds, with some services favoring Ohio State by as much as 11.5. Oof. All right, let's hear from Liam Cohen, a couple more of the players when we come back. Football Fix later this hour. We are in victory formation. That's a dub. Another one. Now, what are we, 11-4? 11-4, man. We have won 12 games in our history just once, or did we do it twice? Did we have another year where we won 12? I feel like we only won 12 regular season games once. That was in the 99 season.
That was the 14-2 season?
That was the 14-2.
Dang.
Now, we got an extra game, so I'd like to go ahead and win that 12th within the 16-game window just to prove ourselves. Apparently, we're still proving it to the rest of the country. All right, you're listening to The Drill. It's a NextGen Roofing Monday. We are raising a roof Monday after Monday with another victory formation.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The Jags crushed the Colts at the bank. Now it's time to finish with a flourish. It's division domination in Indy. Jaguars, Colts, Sunday at 1. On the home of the Jaguars. 1010 XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Morgan Conley Roofing isn't just repairing roofs. He's building a legacy for generations to come. Born here, built here, staying here. MorganConleyRoofing.org. License number CCC 1333544.
Denny Thompson stars as the quarterback whisperer.
Everyone agrees that playing quarterback is the hardest thing to do in sports.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill. Tuned up by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
The holidays are here, and before you hit the road, make sure your car is ready. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, you'll get an expert oil change in 15 minutes with no appointment, and you never leave your car. Stop by any of their convenient Jacksonville locations and let the pros get you holiday travel ready. With a 4.7 national customer rating and ranked #1 quick lube in America by Forbes, Valvoline gives you quick, trusted service when it matters most. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Drive in today and travel with confidence this holiday season.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades. And then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
So who doesn't want to save some pennies at the pump? You can by joining the Shell Fuel Rewards program. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. In fact, I have a 1, 2, 3 offer right now when you become a new member of the Fuel Rewards program at Shell. You'll save 10 cents per gallon on your first fill up, 20 cents per gallon on your second, and then 30 cents per gallon on your third. You get everyday savings. At Shell, members get more rewards, savings, and special offers. Offer valid through 12/31/26 at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open at World Golf Village, providing state-of-the-art screenings and diagnostic exams with no referral required. Same-day appointments are available. Call today or visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right. Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boat-Cierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
We don't care. We really don't care about the narrative. I'm sorry to say that, but it's only helping us. So I want the narrative to keep coming.
Yeah, we're going to play ourselves out of the narrative, but keep alluding to the narrative. Let's don't go all Chiefs, and when we win the Super Bowl, say no one believed in us. What about Kelsey throwing that one out a couple of years ago? Well, yeah, people are going to have to stand notice. They don't, though. They just don't. And look, I get it, man. We've been unwatchable football down here. We've been a joke. We've been the Bengals South. We're the terrible doormat franchise. We've escaped complete doormat status by every 4 or 5 years, flaring up like a pimple and making a playoff. But we had that one stretch of dominant football, and then we were the little expansion team from that tiny little town. No one knew where Jacksonville was, so didn't probably get the respect that we should have from 96 to 99. And we talked about Denver being prime example of that with the Woody Paid Jaguars line before we went out there and punked them in the playoffs in 96. But this team's been beating a bunch of good teams. So, he says, I don't care, but he does care. They do care. They like it. They like being, and it's going to be hard this week. Now, you know what they're going to do? This is where you have to turn to two things, see? This is what I would do. This AI is pretty good, I'd play these boys something before the game every day that ain't even real. Just AI. Man, did y'all see what Phillip Rivers said about y'all? Then turn to Sora or one of those AI machines, and then let him just say the worst, terrible things about, and then tell him, hey man, by the way, that was just AI, but good job, good game. All right, Parker Washington, have a day, my friend. He was playing great. He got hurt, and he's found his way back into the lineup and is starring. What a game yesterday, and doing it in all manners. Catch a little out, put a move on, sprint downfield for 60. He run a back shoulder fade, catch it right off the dude's elbow as he goes to the ground. What do you have, 160?
Like 145.
Well, I do know this, and now Parker does. The most yards any wide receiver has had against the Broncos this year.
Personally, that's where that confidence comes in, is just knowing the player I can be. And, this was a big-time game for us, and it just happened to be the week where I'm like, I feel really good. I felt good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it came as we got to Sunday. I was like, let's go. I was on the phone calls with my trainer. I was with my mom this morning. I'm like, it's gonna be a big game, and I was excited to make those plays.
Well, it was a big game, and you certainly made it, my friend. Let's keep it up with just 2 games left in the regular season and a mountain of possibilities now in the postseason. Yeah, it's so disappointing to see the Ravens not be able to beat the Patriots last night, not be able to finish off an 11-point fourth quarter lead. I saw no team has blown more 10-point fourth quarter leads in the last 3 or 4 years than the Ravens. That doesn't speak to that identity that still lingers from Ed Reed and Ray Lewis and those guys back in the day. But Parker Washington making big plays. The Jaguars are beating really good teams. They continue to do it, and winning on a big stage against good teams, against most odds, serves you well this time of year.
Yeah, it's just the team's coming together. I feel like we have a lot of confidence, but we don't take our preparation for granted. You can't just show up and win games in this league. You got to prepare the right way, and you got to have that edge and that mindset come Sunday. And I think that's something our team does a really good job of, is playing with that chip on your shoulder and that edge and attacking people and getting after them. And I think that's something that's been huge for us. Can't be understated. So we have to continue to do that. You're not just going to show up on Sunday and win games, no matter who you're playing, and especially against a good team in Denver. So proud of the guys, and we came ready to go.
It's a NextGen Roofing Monday. We got a football fix when we return, and just another happy Monday morning around here. What's that, 6 in a row now we won? I mean, just doing things around. Trevor's on this incredible streak. It's 33 total touchdowns now. He's gone 4 weeks in a row with 12 touchdowns and passes, I believe. Maybe it's 10 and 2 running. 12 touchdowns, no turnovers. I mean, he's yesterday, we've waited for those moments where he's leading you. He's done it for a couple of weeks, but you can't take too much out of the Jets. They're undervalued, right? Yesterday, man, the way that game started, there's some mental and physical toughness there that led that team through that early start. It could have got away from them, right? It could have. I thought it was a lucky break getting that doink of a field goal attempt. That was a little energy boost. Because that first quarter of the game, I felt like they were moving it pretty easy. They weren't getting anything out of it, and we weren't going anywhere. And saddle up, boys. And keep that saddle on. May run into February. Back with a football fix next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is your VSIN Action Update. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
NBA basketball tonight. The Magic, who are 16-12, are on the road in San Francisco to take on the Golden State Warriors, who are 14-15. Golden State sitting as a 5.5-point favorite. The over-under at 229.5. Tonight in the NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning, they play host to the St. Louis Blues. The Lightning are 19-13-3, while the Blues, they sit with a record of 14-15-8. Tampa is favored as minus 225 favorites. The Blues sitting at plus 184, and the over-under has been set at 5.5 goals.
Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, KeysToProgress.com.
I'm Matt Pauley. This has been your action update on 1010XL.
It's December. You need cash. You also need a new Kia Fast. At Kia on Atlantic, you can get both because it's our year-end cash bash. And during the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event, make no payments for up to 6 months or take advantage of 0% APR. Hurry and get to the year-end cash bash. Online at KiaOnAtlantic.com. Kia on Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is served up by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Big Chief Tire makes auto care more affordable with 6-month financing through the CFNA credit card. Frank Frangie here. Plus, get $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. Expert technicians have you covered.
Just a small market team, man. Move on.
Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and happy.
Vans too. Van shelving, strobe lighting.
I'm so proud of you guys, man. So proud of you.
If you want quality products and great customer service,
Unbelievable. Parker Washington, get up! Dude, sorry, it's on! Being at your best when your
For
best
the
is
surgeon that
required,
convinced you the only way to treat your
hunting
injury
it,
is through surgery.
hitting them at the 1 yard line.
On the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury
Proud of you.
surgically.
I love
That
you guys.
is what it entails.
The job's
we
not
can
even
discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Hey, Hickett here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology, reminding you to wear your sunscreen, man. That's what they want you to do, man. The Sunshine State brings some challenges out there, and if you're out there for a long time fishing, playing golf, watching your kids play, working, man, get on a floppy hat, long sleeve dry fit with cooler temps, sunscreen if you need it. Listen, they'll take care of you. Nobody better than Dr. Boudreaux, Dr. Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. It's a great place I go. Shout out to Solana Road. That's where I go for all my skincare needs. I had a hydrofacial there. Terrific. Get your wife a hydrofacial. You'll be glad you did. Listen, but take care of that skin. And if something does show up, then go online at beachesdermatology.com. Find the best location to serve you logistically, and you'll be glad you did. They'll take care of all your skincare needs. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Hey, folks, it's Frank Frangie. Now, I've been telling you about my daughter, Amber, and she's been telling you how much weight she's dropped with Awaken 180. It's hard to believe. Even in football season, even when she hangs out with her friends, and even when she tailgates and does all that stuff, she's still losing weight. You can even drink alcohol. Can you believe that? Well, Awaken 180 shows you how to swap calories, not flavor. You have to be disciplined, but they make it easy. Amber and I talk about this all the time. She can't believe how easy it is, and she's so excited about it. But what I will tell you is it's really working. I see how excited she is. I see the look on her face. I see how her self-esteem has changed and her confidence. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened with my daughter, and it means that much to me. Now, Awaken 180 programs are reimbursable with your HSA or FSA, and those HSA dollars expire December 31st. Don't leave money on the table. Call Awaken 180 today and kickstart your transformation before the new year. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800, or go to awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, back here on the drill. Liam Cohen and the Jags very happy, excited. You're going to hear from that a little bit later this morning in that locker room. They just keep on keeping on, so to speak. We are a jagging wagon, baby. It's just taking it to some boys out there. Is that 8 straight games over 25, did they say? We're setting records, man. No team in the league has done that. We're on some kind of streaks here, and yet they still just act like we're just kind of a good, oh, what a cute little story.
Small market motion, baby.
Man, prayers up for our guy, Patrick Bryant. Right here at Atlantic Coast High School. Is that where Pat went?
Yeah, AC.
Yeah, he had his best game yesterday. He had a 4-catch game. He's only got like 20-something catches this year as a rookie, and he's trying to find his way. They got another, is it Tony Franklin, Troy Franklin? What, the Franklin kid? Yeah, Franklin has flashed a little bit for them, but he got lit up, and that was on the quarterback. I liked seeing them pick up that flag. They already got us once for you guys aren't allowed to play tough football penalty.
And that wasn't really it, the Antonio Johnson hit?
Yeah, that was not a flag at all. It was weak sauce. Weak little panty football is what they were playing. So I was glad they picked it up. I hate seeing Patrick Bryant there. You got to dislodge the ball. You know, it's a good, clean, solid hit. You hit. How many places you can hit him anymore? So, we'll be thinking about Patrick Bryant. He was taken to the hospital for concussion, I think is what it was, and I think the word is he'll be fine. So, but a member of his family then had an episode in the elevator, I read.
Oh, man.
Leaving. So I don't know if that's like they're out of, stress and anxiety of what's going on. So, all the way around. And Brian and the Broncos still got a lot of football to play, but man, that was a fun fun day yesterday. That's for doggone sure. Man, by the way, I've got a few people on the text line. They want more blood out of this trip. The play where they blew the whistle and the Broncos player hit Trevor anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got guys on the text line. I want that man suspended.
No,
man, we were fortunate to get to 15, man. That guy didn't hit him on purpose.
He didn't, man.
I believe that he did not hear the whistle.
Correct.
Now, Trevor's got better ears. He heard it.
Yeah.
He had relaxed and put the ball down. And I'm sorry you didn't hear it. I think if Trevor had still been playing, we would have been screwed.
Yeah.
But the fact that Trevor had just kind of gone limp and held the ball, and he almost threw it to the ground before he hit him.
You could tell they didn't hear it. They picked it up and really ran into the end zone.
So, he shouldn't be suspended. I think we got as much as we could get out of that play.
We did.
It wasn't a dirty play. It was a penalty. I don't think that he intentionally went there. And by the way, didn't go low, didn't go high. There's no good place to get blindsided. But, man, they had 2 of them yesterday. Trevor's back went like an accordion on that one. And Bryant's head, dude, on that hit from, was it Monteric Brown? You can see he was a little bothered by it.
He was.
I'm ready to give Buster a contract, by the way. I'm ready to give Etienne a contract. I'm
Just
ready to
give all of them a contract.
No, I'm ready
bro.
to give Lloyd a contract. Trayvon, I love you, brother. We're going to have to play you a 5th year here, and then we'll talk.
Yes.
He's playing good, too. We're a good team. I like what Trayvon said yesterday. He's throwing bleeps out there.
Absolutely. I like when they throw the bleeps
He
out there.
bleeped to that, then apologized to his daddy and his grandmama.
Because that's who he is.
Yeah. I'm sorry. And then he dropped another one. We're the bleeping Jags, baby. You better, whoever's coming down here for the playoffs before you get that belt whooping, bring a hard hat, man.
Yeah.
Somebody said on the, it's appropriate that our stadium's under construction. Pardon our dust while we beat that A. Yeah, put a hard hat on and get out of here. Got a lot of football until then. So, what a fun afternoon. All right, let me get a football fix in here for you real quick. I mean, the story, really the story to me is these dominant. I mean, these teams, these players have just been a stamp on the postseason. Joe Burrow, maybe not so much because he's been injured and the Bengals are going back and forth, and Burrow and the Bengals have been out of it for a while, but there'll be no Joe Burrow in the playoffs or in the AFC. There's going to be no Lamar Jackson. The Ravens suck, dude. I'm sorry. I mean, that's at the end of the day. It's not a good team that's playing bad. They're just a bad team.
Careful, Gritty's back
there. Gritty, you need a new team, Bubba. It's time for you to start.
Come on over.
It's time to go from 8 to 16, double that thing up. Feel me? They're terrible, though. They are. They're just a bad team. They're not a good team that is let it get away from them, that keeps making mistakes, losing. No, they're a bad team. They're pitiful is what they are. And that was a pitiful effort last night. And is there a little bitterness from me because it would have helped us? You bet. But Sunday Night Football goes to the Patriots, so they are still they're tied with Denver. They do not have the tiebreaker. The Patriots have played the easiest schedule in the league. It's under 400. Their schedule strength. They're playing all the weak teams. That's not a weak team last night. It's not a great one, but they did beat them. And they got the Jets and the Dolphins. So the Patriots fitting to go 14-3. Now the Broncos may be a different case. They got to play the Chiefs this week, and the Chiefs are Gardner Minshew torn ACL yesterday. They're down to their 3rd quarterback. They were blown out by the Titans, so I can't imagine the Broncos needing that win at Kansas City are going to falter against what the Chiefs. Shame on the Chiefs for a complete lack of heart, by the way. That's a complete lack of care and pride. Shame on them. That's the worst team in the league. You let punk you like you didn't care. But maybe just go home and stare into your Super Bowl rings till you fall asleep. And the Lions, a lot happened in that Lions game. First, DK Metcalf, I got to be honest, should be suspended for the rest of the year. I do. That's what I think.
Yeah, man,
you can't go over to the side, to the stands, grab a T-shirt, and whether you hit or not, attempt to punch a fan in the face. You're too much of a loose cannon. Sit down for the rest of the year. We'll see you next year. Now, that's not what they're going to do. They're going to maybe suspend him a week.
Which is crazy.
Maybe. They say that a fine may be what it is.
Man, that's crazy. Like
the dude that went to the stands here, I don't think he was suspended.
The dude?
The Seattle guy.
Quentin Jefferson. Yeah, you know what?
I think he was fine.
Man.
But here's the DK is a wackadoodle, isn't he? I do not want that guy on my roster anywhere. If he comes available for a cup of coffee, I'm going to pass because he's just, let's say, temperamental. First of all, you should never be over there.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Like, that's what blew my mind. He should have never been over there. The security should have never let any of that happen. All of that whole.
I mean, how do you got such rabbit ears? You're sitting on the bench. You're letting some, part-timer from Detroit wear a pom-pom for hair bother you? Big win, though, for the Steelers. Big win. I didn't see that one coming. They beat the Lions, and that'll do it for the Lions. The only way the Lions make the playoffs is if they win their last 2 and Green Bay loses their last 2, which I suppose could happen. And I like the Lions, and I'm kind of pulling for the Lions, but I'm taking some joy here. And I hope that they really do look at what they are. They gave their season away with idiotic 4th down choices. Over-aggression cost them the season. They would have beaten the Eagles earlier this year, and they got to get out of this just go for it all the time and get some points. They could have won the game with a field goal yesterday if the Brainiac had kicked one earlier, but nope, went for it, 4th and goal, didn't get it. Steelers over the Lions, 29-24. Lamar was hurt last night in a back injury as to that game. That's Football Fix. Let's get on schedule. We got Fred Taylor today. The Hick and Rival is next. The Jags are a wagon, and you're listening to The Drill on a NextGen Roofing Monday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. How does it feel to throw an NFL touchdown? Find out from a guy who's thrown 89 of them.
I'm David Garrard on 1010XL.
Mondays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. But this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
When the lights were on, the young guns showed that it was time to perform. In the third quarter, Trevor Lawrence would lead Jacksonville on a 9-play, 75-yard drive, capped off by a Trevor Lawrence rushing touchdown, giving the squad a 24-17 lead with 7:44 left in the period. The 5-minute drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
That's right. Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Don't miss your chance. Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Wingstop and 1010XL has the ultimate tailgate for you to win. Leon Serza here, your lemon pepper guy. Go to 1010XL.com to register to win a 100-piece wing party complete with fries, veggie sticks, and dips.
I'm Brendan with Checkmate Coating. We transform pool decks, driveways, and patios with pro precision.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hicken here. This holiday, skip the gift that gets returned. I got a better idea. Give a custom pool from Surfside Pool. It's the ultimate present. Memories, relaxation, and instant hero status. Surfside Pools handles new builds, custom designs, heating, and weekly maintenance, so you get all the credit. Warning, may cause excessive smiles and backyard envy. Save the holidays. Turn your backyard into paradise. Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Float happy, gift responsibly. License number CPC 044080.
I know it's football season, but I know you love basketball too. And youth sports are always in season at the First Coast YMCA. Registration is now open for winter basketball at the Y. Today, more than ever, our kids need to experience the joy of being a kid while also learning the importance of teamwork, respect, and healthy living. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, fun environment with an exciting youth basketball league. Learn more at fcymca.org.
The best financial move you can make this time of year? How about lowering your mortgage rate to 4.99% fixed APR, the lowest rate in years? How about getting up to $500,000 out of your home equity in the process? You can do it now by calling Loan Pronto. Hey, it's Prosser here, and with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get a ton of cash, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and skip up to 2 house payments. One homeowner just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Wiped out their credit cards and 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. So don't wait. No hard credit pull up front, and you probably won't even need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Act now. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Start the new year by wiping out your high-interest debt. 904-999-1508. And you can see how much cash you can get today. That's loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit NMLS, consumeraccess.org.
Really want to light up the night this New Year's Eve? Superior Fireworks on Blanding Boulevard has something for everyone on any budget. Their holiday sale is happening right now. Shop early and save big on their massive selection of quality fireworks. Don't get stuck with the same old this year. Let Superior Fireworks help you customize an amazing celebration with fountains, shells, repeaters, and grand finale racks. Visit the store in Orange Park or online at superiorfireworks.com.
It's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Jag head coach Liam Cohen in the victory over Denver opened his remarks by addressing the shade thrown at his team.
Just thankful that, a small market team like us can come into a place like Mile High and get it done.
Gator Bowl Saturday is Missouri versus Virginia at 7:30. Free tax sleigh at tailgate starts at 3:30. Tune in to 1010XL 92.5 FM if you can't attend. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Just a small market team, man. Duval.
Yeah, we're doing the Jaguar this morning. Ain't no about it. For everybody else. We're a problem for the rest of this conference, by the way. People are saying, I hope we're not peaking at the wrong time. We're going into playoffs playing our best football. Peaking at the wrong times when you're at your best week 8. That's peaking at the wrong time. Getting the doors blown off in London and then coming back and only losing one game since, that's peaking at the right time. So we got plenty of time to dive into some of the forecasts where the Jags may settle when in the playoffs when it gets there. I think there's a legitimate chance for it too. One went bye-bye thanks to Lamar and the Ravens last night. And again, probably not fair to blame Lamar for getting a back injury, but I don't like this. You're fighting for a playoff, and I tried to throw with the trainer on the sideline, and it hurt. That's not good enough for me. Trying to win, making, $45 million trying to go to the playoffs. Yeah, my back hurt. You missed practice this week because you were sick. What are we doing? Anyway, it would have been nice to see the Patriots lose that game, but they didn't. And the Jaguars are settling in in a real good spot. Look, got to finish. You look away. Don't pay attention. Don't let the Colts sneak up on you and control the game. Be the first to hold you under 25 in 2 months and come out of there disappointed. Don't do it. And we've had a lot of weeks around here where we were so good on Sunday that we just immediately look ahead to the next week. But yesterday's win, we were so good again. But it is so good. Such a good win. One of the best wins in the NFL this year. And I said this earlier, and I'm not just speaking out, my pie hole. We're the best team in the AFC right now. We're better than the Patriots. We're obviously better than the Broncos and Chargers. We walloped both of them. The Bills to me are the second best team, and the Texans don't want any of us. The Texans don't want us. They may think they want us, but that 19-point giveaway left a mark, and this team has responded, and I think they would like to remind everyone, none more than the Texans, that they've gotten over that. So I got no fear of anybody that marches through Everbank on the way to a AFC championship game. I got no fear. You can bring them all in. Come on. But be ready. Understand what's about to happen. But come on. And if that means Buffalo, sorry. Sorry in a year where there's no Mahomes and no big boy to knock you down. Sorry that you're not going to be able to take advantage on a year like this because hot pot of coffee down here in Jacksonville. Man, you got to have the quarterback play. They were able to maintain themselves as a playoff level team despite, Trevor consistently giving you just, in some cases subpar days, but at par for the most part. And again, a lot of the other issues that were going on at the time have straightened themselves out a little bit. Catching the football seems to be a big help. Of all the things that we were doing wrong, I think what set us back more than anything were the drops. Because yesterday we had some of those other mistakes we had earlier in the year, right? As far as the protection. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, 5 sacks. He was hit 14 times yesterday. That man deserves a medal for the beating he took. And then to play as well and as accurately as he did within all that makes it that much more special. But, one nice thing for me as a fan is he's won the fan base over. It was toxic winning and listening to all the complaining, and no one enjoyed anything, it felt like, for the first 10 weeks.
It was like divisive. It was half for Trevor, half against, and it just wasn't good.
Yeah, that's toxic. There was a day where you support your guy through those, especially if you're winning. But, anyway, it doesn't matter who's this, that, or the other. Trevor's who I thought he was. And thankfully for a lot of y'all, he's not who you thought he was. And it's amazing what a change. And sitting here in our seat, no one knows that better than we do. And awesome. It's why we're employed, that passion, that opinion, and that's fine. I never got mad at people that thought Trevor stinks. I just tried to, easy. Just settle down. There's a lot going on here. Excuses, reasons, we'll find out. I'm still of the belief that we got to get him on some continuity and a roll. You don't give up on 6'6", 230-pound, 26 years old that have already won a playoff game. You don't just go, if the list of quarterbacks, ET, that my eyeballs have read, people would rather have, the list of names people have told me are better than Trevor, well, how's that Daniel Jones meme? How's that aging? Blake Bortles is better than Trevor. I wish we still had Gardner Minshew. Well, can we trade for Shedeur Sanders? I mean, it's just borderline on absurd. But here's an example. And now, by the way, this isn't good. Come on aboard. Awesome. Let's kind of get behind our football team, including our quarterback, which now seems like is an endeavor that could lead us to some riches. All right. Here is the November 24th, so less than a month ago. And this is a common, I'm not pointing out names here or anything. This was a common refrain while the Jags were 7-4. While Trevor Lawrence had just thrown 4 interceptions, yet, the 2 or 3 touchdowns and ran it in and got a fourth quarter win over the Cardinals. It was a text like this. A ton of them came in. I should enjoy the win, but I can't help but think I'd rather have about 25 other quarterbacks than Trevor with maybe a couple of backups on the list. Look at Cohen on the sidelines during the game. He looks like he's about to run out there and choke the bleep out of Trevor. Has he gotten better at all? No. He's the dumbest starting franchise quarterback I've ever seen.
Dang.
Fast forward to this morning on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Trevor, tough as nails Lawrence, I apologize for ever doubting you, sir. Our franchise quarterback has arrived. That's what you do when you play. And I got a house full of non-believers. When I watch games on Sunday, it's with youngsters. This sucks, that sucks, the other guy sucks. Kind of a joy killer, to be honest with you. But now we're all on the same page, and we're pointing towards a really, really, really good football season. Did y'all see Liam Cohen in the locker room after the win yesterday?
That man about threw his shoulder
Man, he brings it. Again, I've mentioned this before. When Liam Cohen was first hired, I did a little intel inside the Tampa organization with some people I knew there and got got what I thought you could expect out of Liam Cohen. He told me 2 things. And, boy, he's been spot on. He said, 1, that offense is going to work. That man can coach offense, and look at what we're doing on this roll we're on. And he said, 2, he's a really good motivator. He really registers with the players. And we've seen him do this because they respond, by the way, to his emphatic, boisterous celebrations. And we had another one yesterday in the locker room.
Yeah, great team effort. Just thankful that a small market team like us can come into a place like Mile High and get it done.
That's just the short end. We'll hear from Liam and that celebration a little bit later because right now we're just kind of parsing through a big victory for the Jaguars yesterday. Could have been bigger if the Patriots had lost last night, but that's okay. The text line is open, 64110, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. I mean, they just keep putting challenges in front of this football team, and Liam Cohen keeps inspiring and coaching them to victory. Again, the disrespect will show up again. It'll show up again in Coach of the Year honors. The Coach of the Year right now in the National Football League is Liam Cohen. I'll give a slight, I don't know, can you do co? In fairness, Ben Johnson deserves his too.
They did co-MVPs the one year
with McNair and Manning, was it?
Yeah. They did it then.
Yeah. A co-coach of the year would work for me with those two. By the way, Vrabel is not the coach of the year. The guy's been a 6-year coach in the league. Stop it. He's played the easiest schedule in the league. Stop it. He's got an emerging quarterback. Stop it.
And this is why I root against the Bears. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry, Tater.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like that Trayvon and Aiden Hutchinson thing. I want to see Trayvon do well, and I want Aiden Hutchinson to do well. I want the Bears to lose.
It's too late on that one, by the way.
But, yeah, I want the Bears to lose every week.
Yeah. Well, Chicago and Ben was the pick for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But that's more reason that Cohen should be the coach of the year, right? When they were going through all the big names, Liam Cohen never showed up a bit until we interviewed him. He hadn't interviewed anywhere. What a find, man.
Right.
Maselli and the boys. Huh? Of all the great things that Tony has done as a Jaguar, going way back to his playing days, taking a Hall of Fame spot for our franchise, to working within this organization now as the EVP, over them all. But it was his integral part in the interview process, remember? And then he ended up getting a position after that, but he was just a consultant when he was helping Shad pick and choose where they should be looking and who was impressive to him.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't an EVP
No,
yet.
that came after. And so, and remember the Liam Cohen thing almost went sideways.
It almost did.
Right? He was going to come, then he wasn't, and then he did, and then he didn't, and then ultimately they signed him, and then the tepid Duval chant, and the fan base wasn't exactly...
Like, who is this dude?
Riled up, right? Now, you looked at the work that he had done with Baker Mayfield and that Bucs offense. You looked at his career and his history with a winning organization like the Rams, and it gave you hope. But, buddy, man, what a job Liam Cohen is doing.
Man,
and he's got an offense that's now rolling, and a quarterback who is digesting and understanding. And you just see Trevor at the field general, too. Getting into and out of plays, into the right stuff. So like early in the year when they weren't having the statistical results, Cohen was okay with him from that point, right? Remember he kept saying, well, he's getting you into this, and getting you into that, and now it's coming together, and guys aren't dropping the football. Now you can get sacked 5 times, get hit 14 others, and still win games convincingly because guys are doing what they're supposed to when those things aren't happening. The problem is if you get sacked 5 and hit 14, and then on your 30 clean plays, you're dropping balls or throwing it the wrong way, what success, what chance of success do you have? Not much. And right now, the way this football team is playing, success is coming in droves. They go to Indy next week. Colts have a Monday nighter tonight. The Jags also now have a road record of 6-2. Their conference record is 8-2. It's the 4th straight game for Trevor Lawrence with a quarterback rating of over 100. It didn't start that way, right?
No way.
A little nickel and diamond. I think he was 4 for 10. He was just getting slaughtered every time he touched the football. His head coach, Liam Cohen, asked about Trevor's ability yesterday. He stuck with it after a rough start. He at times put the team on his back. He did it with his legs. He did it with his arm. He did it with his brain. And the Jags got a 2-touchdown win.
Yeah, I'm very proud of the resilience early on. And, first 2 drives, we couldn't do much. They kind of gloved some of our concepts. He was under some pressure, and he never flinched. He never got out of his comfort zone. He's been playing at a high level. He's been preparing and practicing at a high level, and this team's behind him. They appreciate him, they respect him, and he's stepping up for us in a big way.
All right. I got distracted by. I might have to bring this guy on the phone. He's now getting on my nerves. I got a good friend, church friend, golf friend, known him forever, JMU fan. Just won't give it up.
JMU?
Yeah, James
Come
Madison.
Come on, man.
You can't claim that as a win. That's not. Stop with this participation stuff. I just got another 3-paragraph text about how much I watched the game and they didn't pull their starters. Congrats, you only lost by 17. Stop it. You're listening to the drill. We do a 10-minute drill when we come back. We're in victory formation, and perhaps the college football playoffs will appear. I mean, what are we doing?
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
So the big question, who is going to be the quarterback for the Florida Gators next season? Now, look, a lot of us think that Aaron Philo will be signed, sealed, and delivered. The young man from Georgia Tech who has already entered the transfer portal. His offensive coordinator is at Florida. Why would he enter the transfer portal if he wasn't going to Florida? But then you hear about them having interest in other quarterbacks in the portal, like the young man from Old Dominion. So it remains to be seen. And this is where Dave Caldwell and the Gators have to have some structure in terms of how much money, Dave Caldwell, the GM, by the way, in terms of how much money are we willing to dole out for each of the positions. Fascinating to watch this unfold, but we do know one thing. Salaries are going up in college football, which is really amazing.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Get everything you need to know for your weekend on Pre-Game Friday.
We've saved the best for last.
Who's in, who's out, who's on Upset Watch. And I like it. Pre-Game Friday, built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
Hear that? That's your ducks begging for help. Now listen, that's the sound of victory. Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Lloyd's now offers professional duct cleaning for homes and businesses across North Florida, helping reduce dust and allergens so you can breathe easier. Family-owned, local, trusted. Call Lloyd's Heating and Air or visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Mike Dempsey here, and it's commercial truck season at Duval Ford. Right now, your business can drive off with serious savings. Thanks to Section 179 of the IRS tax code, you can immediately deduct the full purchase price of qualifying new or pre-owned work trucks and equipment this year, instead of depreciating it over time. Upgrade your fleet, lower your tax bill, and get to work fast. Visit DuvalFord.com to explore inventory or stop by 1616 Cassett Avenue today for big number 1 Duval Ford.
Some people say the best thing about December is the big, beautiful bundle of bowl games.
Win $1,000 of jewelry from Beard's Diamonds.
You pick 'em.
Brought to you by Burlock and Barrel American Whiskey.
Get your picks in at 1010XL.com.
Hey guys, listen up. There's no gift that's more beautiful, more versatile, and more meaningful than a beautiful piece of jewelry. And there's no better place to shop than locally. I said locally owned Beard's Diamonds. Say hi to the Lupos when you go in there. They've been doing it a long time. More on that in a second. Making memorable moments is our specialty. And this holiday season, Beard's put together the most impressive selection of can't-miss gifts. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands, for every taste and every price range. And during the Beard's 44th anniversary sale, that's right, I said it, 44 years, you can save up to 44%. Exquisite colored gemstone jewelry, solid gold fashion jewelry, pearls. Beard's has the headliner gift she's dreaming about. So don't settle for impersonal service, lesser quality, or higher prices at those corporate chain stores at the town center. Get to Beard's. Beard's Diamonds. They're a locally owned jeweler for 44 years. Shop local, shop Beard's at the St. John's Town Center.
Hey, First Coast, it's your boy Leon Searcy, your lemon pepper guy. Back and better than ever for Wingstop. You know I can't resist those crispy, flavorful wings that make your taste buds dance. Wingstop just opened a hot new spot on Jeremiah Street in Middleborough. There's 17 locations, now serving up the most mouth-watering wings in town. And my all-time favorite, lemon pepper. Try their new quick and easy ordering on the app and swing by today for fresh, hot wings made for you. Only at Wingstop.
This bowl season, upgrade your game plan with a visit to Burlock and Barrel, Duval's first distillery dedicated solely to whiskey, right in the Brooklyn Riverside neighborhood. Stop in to see how we turn local grains into small batch whiskey, earning awards at every competition. Book a tour, settle in for a tasting, or escape the scoreboard for a bit at our full whiskey bar. Whether your team's winning or character building, At least your whiskey can be solid. At Burlock & Barrel in Riverside or burlockandbarrel.com.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
The holidays are here, and before you hit the road, make sure your car is ready. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, you'll get an expert oil change in 15 minutes with no appointment, and you never leave your car. Stop by any of their convenient Jacksonville locations and let the pros get you holiday travel ready. With a 4.7 national customer rating and ranked #1 quick lube in America by Forbes, Valvoline gives you quick, trusted service when it matters most. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Drive in today and travel with confidence this holiday season.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it!
We're going to rock right now as we stay in victory formation. That's the dub. He'll have a T-shirt for you a little bit later this morning.
That's right.
We're going to try and get him to 13. It was unfair what Dan did to him.
It was.
Yeah.
You should have been here, bro. I blame you.
You can blame me all you want. I would have never done that if I were in your seat. I don't know what you were even thinking. You letting him push you into that. That's not a lean. That's
just say it. Just dumb.
That's just dumb on your part.
I don't even know why I let him do that to me.
Yeah,
man.
maybe you're at the time you were just desperate to get those 12. It would have been worth it. But now that we're, some sort of NFL power wagon,
I just wanted it so bad.
Yeah. No, I feel you, but man, hopefully I want him to win too. I don't think you should be spinning the wheel. That just seems spin wheel for being the only guy that believed in him enough to be right, and to let a guy who predicted him to go 7-10 make you spin the wheel.
But we did have a conversation because I had something brewing up my sleeve, because it made no sense for me to be punished by me positively predicting that the Jags will win 12. So in turn, there'll be some positive things on the wheel. Now, not everything will be positive, but for example, Hick might have to treat me to dinner.
Oh, well, that's different.
He might have to buy me a Jags jersey. But then again, there might be some other stuff on there too. But so that's what I had up my sleeve.
Huh. Well, I don't know what to tell you, but I think they're going to get the next two. I mean, again, don't take anything for granted.
Right.
I'll give you another thing about this team. They seem to stay on point. They've only played one bad game all year. The Rams game.
Yeah.
That's it. They've had some bad moments. They've won some games where they didn't play great.
The Rams game was bad.
That's it.
Yeah.
We've only gotten our clocks cleaned one time all year, which is another sign of where you're at. I mean, I got news for you. You look at the other teams in the AFC, that's not the case. Well, I know at least Denver, I know they've gotten the crap beat out of them at least once because we did it yesterday.
Since we on the Jags and this is a 10-minute drill, I got a question for you as I throw some things out to you, Jeff. As we sit here 11-4, what was the turning point for Trevor and the Jacksonville Jaguars? Because, I mean, it really didn't start off all that great. We did get that win against the Panthers, and then, it was a little rocky. But what was the turning point that put us in this, 6-game winning streak?
It was the response to blowing the lead. The turning point was a negative. It was blowing the lead at Houston. Because we were just managing along, finding ways to win, even when Trevor statistically wasn't great. He had his worst rated game of the year was a 7-point win over Houston. The one thing that he did do, and you have to give quarterbacks credit for this because you take it away from him when they lose, is he was winning ball games. Not necessarily on his back, but as the quarterback and getting to the right run play, whatever those things were, battling through inconsistency to say the least. And again, absorbing his third playbook in 5 years. Y'all act like an NFL playbook and a head coaching change ain't nothing. For some, it might be a little more than others. But how's Baker doing with a new offensive coordinator down there in Tampa? How's that looking down there? Huh?
Right.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield, that's another one y'all rather have than Trevor. Vociferously. Would you take him today?
No.
Of course not.
The whole city wouldn't.
Oh, no, of course not. So y'all, here's what I would ask then. Freaking stay here, man. Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Is there any way in the world next year that statements like Trevor sucks. We $55 million not worth. No, he is. This is who he is.
It's like he's not allowed to have a bad game. He's not allowed to have a bad moment.
And too much was made of the bad, and none of the good was trumpeted would be too strong a word, was acknowledged early in the year. It was acted like he was playing terrible every week, and he wasn't. He wasn't playing terrible. He's having terrible moments at times. When he was winning football games and piecing together some fourth quarter comebacks, and certainly wasn't perfect, but he was never terrible. He never sucked. He wasn't one. And so what I've said through the Trevor turmoil, what I've said is this is why I add on Trevor. I think he's the guy. I've said that all along.
Yes, you have.
And I said my prediction is this. In 5 years, the fan base is going to want the Jags to re-sign him. That's what I've said.
Can you pinpoint, like, when did it click for Trevor?
I just think, I don't know if there's a pinpoint clicking. I just think it's a gradual.
So it was a gradual thing.
I'll tell you when it clicked, in fairness, when they started catching the daggone ball. When he went after the Rams game, after the Houston game, and had 3 games in a row where he wasn't sacked. Right? Reasons, excuses. Sometimes there's a fine line. Sometimes you learn where certain things actually should be falling. And some of these things we talked, those were reasons that Trevor was taking a while to get up to speed. And the fact that we were winning in the meantime, I don't know. It was a weird dynamic, and hopefully it's gone for good. And I'm all for killing guys in individual moments. What I was never for was this blanket assertion by half the fan base that our quarterback sucked, was a bust, wasn't what we were promised. It's not a hot take to say he needed to improve. That was never a hot take. The hot take was to say, I believe he will. That was the harder take to sit every day believing that he'll get better, not just on fool's folly, but believing. I think he'll get better. Let him get the offense down. And not to just be looked at like you're a moron. Now hopefully we got a whole fan base now on board with what we are and what we can be. And again, it's easy to have been it was easy to be way disappointed.
How do you feel about Harbaugh in Baltimore? Is his time done? Because think about it, he has a 2-time league MVP, and the furthest he's gotten is to, I want to say, an AFC championship with Lamar. And he ain't even making the playoffs this year. So
with Lamar, that's as far as he does have the Super Bowl that you hold back on with Joe Flacco. Man, I wouldn't. I got a little bit more loyalty than the S kind of guy after all the success he's had. I'd have to look at his record. I would think that John Harbaugh's record is probably second or third to Andy Reid and a couple of dudes in the time that he's been there. I don't. Where are you at on Lamar moving forward, E?
Man,
I'm starting to wonder if he's, he hit his zenith at those MVP years and they couldn't win.
It's almost like he hit a wall.
It feels like it this year, doesn't he? Doesn't look as engaged. He doesn't look.
Right.
He does. I don't want to make too much of it all.
Right, and I'm a big Boogie guy, but yeah,
I am too.
Like this year he hit a wall.
Yeah, and he's a great player, and I wouldn't get rid of him. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, do you start to get concerned just the wear and tear, right?
That's what it is.
It's hard. The one thing about a running quarterback is you got to look at their lifespans more like you would look at a running back's rather than a quarterback who's just going in the pocket for 17 years. And he just looks slowed. I think the turning point was Houston. I think it was getting that B to A in that fourth quarter and then coming back and that now for the team. And for Trevor himself, I think it's been a slow groove. I don't think he thought he was as bad as a lot of people did. So I don't think for him, it's nice that now things are clicking. Everyone understands the offense better, not just. There were so many examples in the first 6-8 games where guys, a quarterback can look awful bad when he throws the route that's supposed to be run and the receiver's going somewhere else. Or if you're supposed to run it out and runs it in, it's a pick. Oh, the quarterback sucks. And again, you got to maneuver around those. You got to get those guys on the same page. All that, though, pales in comparison to now we're a power team with a great record. And right now, again, it could change. It has a top 5 quarterback, right? Trevor's playing as good as anybody in the league right now. And not just yesterday's game, but yesterday was a show-me game, wasn't it? There was always that back of your mind on Trevor even after the 3 games. For folks, for fans, well, here's Denver. We might see another one of those 13 for 28, 168 yards, and, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. because those are the kind of games you have in those kind of venues and in those kinds of situations. And boy, we didn't have that yesterday, and now it's all aboard for the playoff run, and that is so much more fun for me. And so that we can leave it at that. This isn't about winning or losing opinion. That's what we do. You don't get any points for that. I don't care. For the most part, was able to salvage my optimism. I got to admit, I got time. The reason I'm glad Trevor's doing good more than anything else on the timeline is to not have to hear the constant drumbeat of negativity. It's a downer. It got damn near toxic. And that's my opinion. Doesn't make my opinion right on that either.
If an NBA player is averaging 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists, would you not say that he should, he's a candidate for MVP?
Of course he is.
Do you think Joker is getting that type of appreciation right now? Because that's what he's averaging.
You know what? It's funny you say that because I just saw it was kind of in the context of Denver and what a great little run it has been for the Broncos, the Avalanche, and the Nuggets, who have the fourth best record in the league. And Joker has brought them back. They took a step back last year. I think Joker will be getting that MVP.
You think he?
Yeah. No. Consideration.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. You do become a victim of your own success a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's flying underneath the radar.
Maybe.
He's not really like Joker. He's the center's averaging a triple-double.
That's what he does, though.
He does quietly.
Hasn't he had years where he's averaged a triple-double?
Yes.
What was Shea? I mean, it's Shea's to lose, right?
Yes.
Right, it's Shea's to lose, but I mean,
I think Luka's getting some.
Yeah, I think Luka could.
Yeah.
Luka has not won an MVP, has he?
No.
Might be time, man. Luka winning in L.A., if that happens, that would certainly get a lot of attention. But I see Trae Young's back for my Hawks. That means games go 152-150 now. They played the Bulls yesterday, No overtime. 152-150.
Sheesh.
I mean,
that's a track meet.
152-150.
No overtime.
No overtime. Well, let me just double check. I was following the game. Again, you play no overtime, baby. Wow. 152-150. Trae Young missed a buzzer beater. It was 83-73 at halftime. It was 116-115 after 3.
Well, the people got a show.
Yeah, they did. This is the problem with Trae Young. He was at his best yesterday. Trae Young played 26 minutes. He went 7 of 8 from 3. 10 for 15 on the day. He had 35 points, 9 assists, and just 2 turnovers.
In 29 minutes.
In 26 minutes.
26.
And they still lost the game.
Dang.
That's the 10-minute drill. We'll get back to some football. I'm going to get into the college, too. Set the weekend for you that's coming up. We're going to continue in victory formation. Just loving what the Jags are giving us. 641-1010. That's the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We'll visit with our Monday morning running back this morning. Hopefully, Freddie Taylor as well.
At 8:30.
8:30 coming up. So we'll get his opinion on the latest, greatest that the teal and black are giving us. Meanwhile, we got a prize pack, and it's the Christmas time of year, so who knows how good it might be. What you got in there today, E?
I'm glad you said it because it is Christmas time, and somebody can make their holiday travel easier with 5 days of free parking at usapark.net. One lucky winner hit me up right now at 904-641-1010.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Chelsea here. Ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors before the new year? During Renewal by Anderson's December sales event, buy one, get one 40% off. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months, it's never been easier to say yes. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Offer ends December 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Pickett here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantling, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard,
Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
All gas, no brake. That's what the Jags have been lately. If you're going to use that fuel, you may as well be saving at the pump. And it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. When you become a new member of the Shell Fuel Rewards program, you'll save 10 cents per gallon on your first fill, 20 cents per gallon on your second, and then 30 on your third. Get everyday savings. At Shell, members get more rewards, savings, and special offers. Offer valid through 12/31/26 at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is served by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwoods the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwoods. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwoods, San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, adorable mascot for Checkmate Coatings.
If you're thinking of refinishing your garage floor, there's 2 things you need to know about us. My family has been in the concrete coatings industry for more than 40 years.
And I was drawn 6 months ago by an artist in New Jersey.
Why is that even relevant?
Well, you said 40 years experience, so I had to give them something.
Over the years, we've worked closely with major manufacturers to develop a multi-layer application process that creates beautiful, durable, and long-lasting floors.
So even decades from now, your garage floor will look as gorgeous as it did the day it was installed.
Experience?
Check. Durable?
Check. Decades of experience making garage floors gorgeous? Checkmate.
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Listen, on the Trevor improvement, I do think it's important, and Hick pointed this out, he's getting coached. He's not getting pampered. When he messes up, he gets chewed out. That's how sports works. And he's responded, just like he was capable of all along. So I think that has helped, too. Liam Cohen has done an unbelievable job, hasn't he? Going through it all. That's a real good football team that
We won 4 games last year?
4-13. Yeah, 4-13.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I tell you what's crazy is what a deplorable job Doug Peterson did here for his last year. Buddy, you didn't even try. They should go after your contract.
Yeah,
man.
you owe me some money,
You
bro.
owe me some money. You're terrible. You're worse than I thought you were. And I thought by the end of last year, he was about the worst coaching I had seen in a long time. I mean, this is a football team. You know what? Let's do a little look-see here.
A little dive.
Well, I'm just curious what the roster looks like comparatively. I mean, they went and got Jacoby Myers, but last year it was Brian Thomas Jr. and Parker Washington. Brenton Strange, or was Strange hurt by the end? No, it was Brenton Strange at the end of the year. So it was ETN and Bigsby. I guess he's gone, but
we had Evan Ingram too, right?
Yeah. Well, he got hurt. Ingram got hurt, and Strange came in. Remember? I mean, I'm talking about when we were at our worst a year ago, just losing week after week after week. God, what a terrible start. 0-4. And that was after the falling apart at the end of 23, right? Finally won a game against Indy. and then just proceeded to lose. Trevor was gone by November 3rd. He had been injured and lost for the year. Mac Jones came in, and it just look. We lost at Detroit 52-6. We scored 7 points at home against Minnesota. We won at Tennessee, scoring 10. We lost at Vegas, scored 14. I mean, just pitiful, man. And you know how you know they're terribly coached? It's because then you watch Mac Jones go out to San Francisco when their whole team is beat up and he has plenty of yards and plenty of success.
Yeah, because he was being coached.
It's like Peterson didn't even care, man. This was like the parachute job, it turns out. And it was great when it came easy and he pushed the right buttons and said the right thing, and that team, turned into a wild card team and won a playoff game, and then they started so good in 23, and then when Trevor got hurt, it all went downhill from there, and then another coaching change and more, and it's taken a while to get back up to speed. So, but they're doing it this year. Liam Cohen's not doing it with a radically different team. He's got the same quarterback for the most part, the same core receivers. Now I know they added Jacoby Myers of late, and that's helped, by the way. Man, but an occasional drop doesn't bother you when you're playing good football. Right? It's part of the game.
Yeah.
But if you're getting sacked 5 times, hit 14, and they drop 6. There was a play yesterday, Jeff, with our boy Jacoby. Not him catching the ball. This man blocked 2 guys. You see it?
ETN's run down inside the 5. Yeah, he got the first guy chip, and then he went down and got
that's winning football.
He had that one. I thought he was going to grab that touchdown. The guy made a good play and swiped at him. That was another one. If you watch that play, Trevor was getting
he got rat-a-tat-tatted.
He got rat-a-tat-tatted a lot yesterday.
Yeah. Good play by Riley Moss, I believe, because he was getting barbecued, but that was a good play by him.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I just did we get any Texans vibes when the 17-point lead and then they drove downfield and
kinda.
We held them to the field goal and
correct.
But then they got the ball back and that's when Nix threw the interceptions to Jarian Jones.
Great play,
Why don't we come back on the other side and hear Liam Cohen in the locker room? Have we heard that yet today?
No, not yet.
Okay, not officially at least. It's a NextGen Roofing Monday, man. It is a Raise the Roof football season, and you have got the partnership you need, the team you need, the dream team, the championship team when it comes to your roofing needs. That's a big project when it comes. You got to have those guys that are professional, personal, and tied to the community, not blowing through panhandles when the mood strikes. That's our friends and yours at NextGen Roofing.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Get the goods on Gainesville 24/7. Search 1010XL Gators on YouTube.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Hey, I can hear from my friends at Action Garage Door. If your garage door wakes up the family or slows things down when you're already running late, here's a great gift idea. Upgrade to a quiet, smart opener from Action Garage Door Services. I speak from experience. I did it yesterday. That's right. I had the boys from Action Garage Door come over. They installed it, and man, you want to talk about how cool it is? I can control it from my phone. I can open my garage door from here right now if I want to. And smooth and quiet. Oh, man, what a difference it makes. Now's the time to act. Lock in current pricing before your early year updates and even make no payments for 6 months with approved credit. And just for fun from the boys from Action Garage Door, guess what? They'll take $50 off when you enter the code 1010XL. Enter the code 1010XL, $50 off. You do that when you go to GarageDoor911.com. That's GarageDoor911.com for Action Garage Door. Premium parts, premium people, and premium service. Happy holidays from Action Garage Door.
If fishing is in your DNA, hop in the boat with Captain Kevin. It's the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand. Handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita, Spicy Guavarita, Old Fashioned, or the Red Bullerita. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
There's no gift that's more beautiful, more versatile, and more meaningful than a beautiful piece of jewelry. And there's no better place to shop than locally owned Beard's Diamonds, where making memorable moments is our specialty. This holiday season, we've put together our most impressive selection of can't-miss gifts. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands for every taste and every price range. And during our 44th anniversary sale, you can save up to 44%. We've got the latest designer jewelry from names like Tacori, Viraggio, Sylvie, Crown Ring, Gabriel & Company, and more. And we've got classic diamond jewelry with either lab-grown diamonds or natural diamonds, something for any budget. Exquisite colored gemstone jewelry, solid gold fashion jewelry, pearls. Beards has the headliner gift she's dreaming about. So don't settle for impersonal service, lesser quality, or higher prices at the corporate chain stores at the town center. Come to Beards. Let our non-commissioned experts help you choose that perfect headliner gift for this holiday season. Merry Christmas from Beards Diamonds, your locally owned jeweler for 44 years. St. John's Town Center.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Shotgun, he drops, four-man rush. Looking, fires toward the end zone. That ball is going to be caught for the touchdown! Parker Washington caught it in the left corner of the end zone, and Jacksonville strikes first.
To the victors go the spoils. Consider yesterday's locker room spoiled. Score one for the small market, Sean Payton, you smug little so-and-so. Jags went into Denver yesterday. Oh, by the way, it's a mile-high meltdown. I enjoy going behind enemy lines and listening to their fan base act like the world just ended because this team won 11 in a row.
Yeah.
And, buddy, their message boards just look like everybody else's message boards these days. Apparently Denver now sucks because Jacksonville came in and got him. It was certainly a happy locker room. We have had these kinds of reactions over and over and over. When you're winning, man, coaching's a lot easier when you're winning. You guys believe in you, and there's a lot of belief down there in that building.
Hey, I'm so proud of you guys, man. I'm so proud of you. Again, how about our quarterback? Trev, unbelievable. Parker Washington, get out here! Dude, Jarian Jones! And then, being at your best when your best is required,
punting it, pinning them at the 1 yard line. Hey, so proud of you. I love you guys. The job's not even completely, even close to being done. Ain't even close. Not even close. Okay, but that's one more, man. That's 11. That's 11. All right, but we're just a small market team. Thank you for the
Yeah, he uses it, man. It's getting tougher and tougher to find those edges. Right, it's getting tougher and tougher to find an edge.
That's a T-shirt right there.
Yeah, look. Here's the funny. This is what's great about it: the psychology and the finding windmills to tilt at. I really don't think that Sean, and I'm not a Sean Payton fan. I really don't think Sean Payton meant that as an insult. I think it was his way of saying, "Man, y'all might not be aware of what they're doing down there. That's a good football team." That's what he meant. I mean, smaller market, he just meant a franchise that's not paid attention to as much. And he's right. It's not. When he was in the media, he was a part of that lack of attention. For many, many years, sitting here right now at 5 and 10, we didn't deserve attention. So the problem is we got a little bit of rabbit ears when you start throwing around that small market, don't belong kind of nonsense, right? Isn't small market code for shouldn't be in the league? Or lucky to be in the league, maybe. Maybe that's a better way to say it. So he went all small market in his press conference, but I really don't. I think it was meant as the insult that it was taken as. Did you?
Man, bump that. Ain't nothing small market about Duval.
I got you.
Bump that.
I got you. I'm not going to take up for Sean Payton. I could care less. It worked for the Jaguars' standpoint, but I just don't know how long you can keep drinking from this well. I mean, doesn't the attention have to come this week? It has.
It seems like they purposely don't give us it. How do you not?
I don't get it. I will say this. I've never been as big a conspiracy believer. No one paid a lick of attention to the Bills, no matter what they did for 2 decades after Kelly and those guys. You know, through all those different quarterbacks until Josh Allen got there, and now they're on all the time, and they talk about him all the time because they've deserved that attention. They've deserved being considered a contender. When you were 4-13 last year, when you've been to 8 playoffs in 32 years, the attention comes a little bit slower.
Yeah, for sure.
But in this case, it's good. Now, we'll say this. Today's age of technology and broadcast television, and we all got the internet, to sleep on what the Jags have done this year, that is a little bit, maddening. Because everyone talks about the Patriots like their guy's the MVP and how awesome they've been, and no one says, yeah, but they beat a bunch of sub-500 teams. They don't talk about them that way, yet we beat a bunch of good teams. They won't talk about that either. So I don't know how long, but, it's the beauty of it. There's no poll here. We can't be Notre Dame on Selection Sunday. No one's going to come in and say, sorry, James Madison gets that spot. We're going to earn your way in. That's a great thing about the NFL. You earn your final standing. Nobody votes. Nobody assigns the matchups. You play a season. You rank how good you are compared to the field. You set it up according to the format, and you go try and win a championship. And you don't have to worry about anything other than that. But I said this last week before this, and now I am sure it's the best Jaguars team since 1999. It's the second best. The second best Jaguars team ever is this one. I said earlier the Jags had only had 1-12-1 season. I do believe, did Jack Del Rio and that group go 12-4 maybe in 05 against a really weak schedule? Then they went up to New England, and the Patriots beat the crap out of them 28-3. He went back to Leftwich, who was terrible, presumably because Leftwich would be the quarterback moving forward. And even if you lost to New England, there would be some advantage. And lo and behold, less than 2 years later, David Garrard is the quarterback anyway. But, yeah, I digress. This is the second best Jaguars team, in my opinion. It's better than 98, 97, and 96. Those teams had some good moments. The 96 team is special. We talked about it last week because Denver was such a big part of it. But I think this is our second best team. And at the end of the day, Trevor's the best quarterback this franchise has ever had. For his ability to go out there on a game day. And, boy, that sure makes you feel good considering where we have been along that ride, including just earlier this year. All right, we'll make a turn to the 8 o'clock hour. We got the Monday morning running back coming up the bottom of the hour. That's Fred Taylor joining us on the latest and greatest from the Jaguar Trails. Going to dip into some college football again when we come back on the other side. ET and I'll kick it around. We're down to 8. It's a really good matchup of the final 8. Still seems somewhat predictable, though, with college football.
Yeah.
Still seems somewhat predictable. All right, you're listening to The Drill. Keep it where you got it. It's a NextGen Roofing Monday. We've been raising the roof week after week. Again, the analytics are saying a lot of the Jaguars' success this year is due to the NextGen partnership with The Drill. Back with more next on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's D-Rock's deep dive into Jacksonville football.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure? Mike DeRocco with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony every Thursday on Jaguars Today. Opened by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi are on a mission to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. I've instructed my team to take every reasonable offer. We won't lose your business over price. Thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to move. Get year-end savings, top dollar for your trade, and the easiest car buying experience ever. But hurry, these deals end when we hit 2,000 and we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Make it a December to remember only at Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi.
'Tis the season for savings at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Take advantage of the Second Amendment sales tax holiday, now through December 31st. Firearms, ammo, and accessories, all tax-free. Secure your holiday gifts with a Browning gun safe, and they'll deliver it right to your door. Come test shoot the newest bows by Hoyt and Matthews at Green Acres Sporting Goods at the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard.
Listening that fits your schedule perfectly. Absolutely brilliant.
Go on demand.
Ad-free shows after the live shows end. How about that? Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
Imagine waking up this time next week and being 100% debt-free. No credit cards, no car loan, no personal loan. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit can make it happen. Homeowners are turning their home equity into cash almost instantly. With Loan Pronto's AI-based system, you can get approval in about 10 minutes with almost no documentation, no appraisal, and no hassle. You can get hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home. Use that money to pay off all your other loans. The average homeowner saves over $850 a month doing this. Listen, your home value is way up. You can use that to wipe out all those credit cards and more. Get some money for home improvement. Literally hundreds of thousands are at your fingertips. And approval is just minutes away. So call now, 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com. Take that cash that you're living in and put it to use. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
Really want to light up the night this New Year's Eve? Superior Fireworks on Blanding Boulevard has something for everyone on any budget. Their holiday sale is happening right now. Shop early and save big on their massive selection of quality fireworks. Don't get stuck with the same old this year. Let Superior Fireworks help you customize an amazing celebration. With fountains, shells, repeaters, and grand finale racks. Visit the store in Orange Park or online at superiorfireworks.com.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades. And then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise and towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
At Hollis Pools, building a pool is personal. We sit down with you, Listen to your vision and bring your backyard dreams to life right here in Northeast Florida. Working with us doesn't feel like working with a contractor. It feels like working with family. Every Hollis Pools project supports Project Savior Outdoors, helping bring hope to our veterans. Visit hollispools.com. Hollis Pools, your vision, your pool, your escape. License number CPC 1461233.
Merry Christmas from 1010XL.
This is Robin Sidbury from Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. Family owned and operated since 1986. We'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a happy, safe, and prosperous New Year from our family to yours.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Gate Petroleum Company. The victory over Denver, the play of QB Trevor Lawrence was applauded by head coach Liam Cohen.
He's stepping up for us in a big way. He's been playing at a high level. He's been preparing and practicing at a high level.
The U is officially back. Miami silences Stylers with a gritty win at Texas A&M. Cristobal's crew marches to the quarterfinals to face Ohio State. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:05 and it's 56 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless.
Trevor takes it, runs to the right, runs it into the end zone, touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run by Trevor Lawrence, and the Jags have retaken the lead.
Those Denver fans are some babies, aren't they? They're whining and crying about every call. We got some bad ones too there, Bronco fans. Huh? I mean, what about Strange when the dude ran up his back about 2 feet before the ball got there? They didn't give us that one. The weak call on Antonio Johnson, where all he did was make a good defensive play. I tell you, the NFL, you got to be careful, man. Don't hit them too hard. They literally penalized you for hitting them too hard. I was glad to see him pick up the flag on the Patrick Bryant play. Bryant's a local, by the way. He is out of the hospital. I believe it ended up being concussion symptoms, so scary moment when they took him off on the board. You don't like seeing that.
Because I was looking for the thumbs up.
Yeah.
And didn't get that.
And Monteric Brown wanted to say something to him.
And they didn't even let him.
Yeah, they kind of pushed him away. I'm sure Patrick Bryant probably hangs around here for
he definitely come back to
parts
the
of the summertime. He's an Atlantic Coast grad. Went to where? Illinois, right? He was
Illinois. He was a stud over there.
Yeah, and he was a pretty high round draft, second, third, fourth rounder.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then one of his family members, Jacksonville Strong, was apparently had an episode in the elevator and also had to be hospitalized. So, that turned quickly yesterday. I don't know on Jordan Lewis. I don't know. He was getting helped off the field. But
they say
me.
he walked off by himself at the end of the game.
Okay. And did he? I
don't think he came back.
I don't either. So there was that. There were a couple other ones that were lingering a little bit, but we've seen the offensive line. McCary goes out and the team plays better. It seems like. Macari, right? I mean, we had this a couple weeks ago. That line, by the way, are you paying attention? It's musical chairs, man.
Yeah.
They're bouncing them all over.
Walker Little played guard.
He came back and played good.
Yeah.
So they kept Van Lanen at tackle and put him at guard. Milam played for a while. They had to bring the Monham steam. Did Hainsey return? He must have. Or was that at the very end of the game? Because Hainsey had to walk off. They brought in the steamroller. I assume Hainsey came back. But anyway, we will. Today's not the day to worry about all that. They'll give him a well-deserved day off today. And then it's back at it, man. I wonder how the Colts will play tonight.
I'm curious, too. We're going to be tuned in.
They played at Seattle last week, and it almost feels like that was like their last hurrah. That was because they are right now on a, they are on a bender, bro. I mean, they have gone from 7-1 to, what are they, 8-5? 8-6, 9-5. Is that what it is? Losers of 4 straight games, man. Holy, 8-6.
The quarterback matters, man.
8-6. They were 7-1, and they went and lost by Pittsburgh, at Pittsburgh rather, 27-20. Man, the Steelers got some good wins. They are a weird team too. But yeah, they lost at Kansas City 23-20. Then they lost to Houston 20-16. And then when we knocked Daniel, and then again, we're the only team that's beaten the heck out of them. 36-19. Jags took care of them. Daniel Jones torn Achilles. And then they went to Seattle with Phillip Rivers and took a late lead. Looked like they might escape with a win. They lost 18-16. Was that the last hurrah, or do they have something against the Niners at home tonight? Monday Night Football, Phillip Rivers gets another chance to play at the ripe young age of 44. Looked every bit of it as well. The updated playoff picture, if it started today, the Jags would be the 3 seed, which means they would, if the playoffs were today, they would host the Chargers. The AFC field is just about set. Like, the Ravens would be 8 right now. They have a 7% chance only to make the playoffs, and the Colts, as a 9, have only a 4.8% chance to make the playoffs. Here are your playoff percentages for the rest of the AFC. Broncos, 100%. They've already clinched. Patriots, 99.9. Jags, 99.7. Steelers, 92.7. Bills, 99.9. Chargers, 98.4. Texans, 97.1. What a comeback for the Texans, huh? They were 0-3 when we beat them here.
Damn.
God, we had them too. You know what? That worried me until now. Like that the way they blew that Texans game, the prospects of having to play them again.
You can play anybody.
Yeah,
We can play with anybody.
Anybody. I think we're the best team in the AFC. I can't say the NFL because I watched the Rams just destroy us. But I think we're the best team in the AFC. I think if it started today and you had to play 3 games today, we'd win our 3 and we'd go on to the Super Bowl. I really do. No matter where they were played. Go play 3 road games right now. Don't matter. Now, that can blow like the wind a little bit. You know, feeling like you're that team and remaining that team can certainly have different outcomes. The Jaguars given the chance, a 74% chance to win the division, and still a 14% chance to be the number 1 seed. But those dreams went bye-bye last night, I think. The Jaguars needed the Patriots to lose that game. They darn sure needed the Ravens to act like they've been there before, man. Ugh. It's like the Ravens. It's like when they lost was it the opener they lost at Buffalo? It's like that. Did that take it out of them? I mean, I just don't understand why the Ravens keep losing. I mean, the Steelers are an odd team. The Steelers are an odd team, man. What a weird team. Steelers, you're the weirdest team in NFL history. The Steelers this year, okay, have beaten the Patriots on the road. They beat the Colts when they were 7-1. They won at Baltimore, which doesn't seem that much. But now yesterday win at Detroit. They won at Detroit. They won at New England. Beat the Colts again when the Colts were a good team. I'll give you another team that's weird. The Chargers are weird, man. We have a different opinion about the Chargers than probably maybe what the rest of the league has. Because this is what the Chargers have done around that game in Jacksonville. The 3 games leading up, they beat the Vikings 37-10. They won at Tennessee, and then they beat Pittsburgh 25-10. Came to Jacksonville, lost 35-6, and then beat the Raiders 31-14, beat the Eagles 22-19, won at the Chiefs when the Chiefs were still in the playoff hunt, 16-13, and then won yesterday at Dallas 34-17. The Chargers have won 7 of their last 8 games, and the one loss in the middle of all that was a blowout loss to the Jaguars. I guess I just hope that somewhere someone's sitting around in some of these other markets and saying, you know who really is a lot better than we've been giving them credit for? The Jaguars. Listen to who they've beaten. Like, because I'm giving you what I think are kind of impressive seasons for some of these teams and contenders, yet it doesn't stack up against what the Jaguars have done. The Jaguars' strength of victory now has got to be approaching ridiculous. Pull up the standing. Well, all right, I will just do it by memory. Okay, we've beaten the Carolina Panthers. Panthers are 8-7, right? That's above 500. We beat the Houston Texans. They're what? 10-5, way over 500. We beat the 49ers. They're 10-4, way over 500. We beat the Chiefs, who I don't care what their record is. It feels like a 500 win. Raiders, no. We beat the Chargers, who are 11-4. Oh, by the way, beat them by 29. We beat the Colts, who are 8-6, and were better than that when they played here. And now we've gone at Denver and beaten the 12-2 Broncos. I mean, we're beating. That's a pretty good streak of record right there, man. And I'll tell you something else. We've only gotten outclassed one time all year. One time. The Rams outclassed us. We went over to London and never got to go right. We didn't get past midfield till like fourth quarter, it felt like.
They worked us.
Yeah, we got that one splash play. The only good to come out of that game lasted for like 3 days. It was Travis Hunter breaking out and having over 100 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Then he got injured in practice that week. We haven't seen him since. So the quality of victory here, to me, certainly matters. Man, what about Parker Washington, E.T.? I mean, this dude is having a heck of a year.
So the 63-yard play that he caught, and he took it downfield, and then I put my head down for a minute, and it looked like the same play happened again. I thought it was. I was like,
pretty close.
I was like, is this a replay?
Pretty close. He made that same move. That cornerback refused to defend that the right way. Yeah, Yeah, he had that little, catch a quick one.
Yeah,
and
he
turn
took
it
5
out.
and turned it to 60.
That's another thing, and I don't know if this plays into just the feeling that the comfort that Trevor's in right now, right? The comfort, the knowledge of the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Even those type plays seem to be running on schedule where they weren't earlier in the year, right? The quick outs. Now you throw them. There's no one there. You give your chance. ETN was able to make a couple of plays out of those plays, and those out plays, he's on point, he's on time, and they're accurate, and it's just created a whole different ceiling for this football team for sure. But, I mean, when it comes to statement wins in the league this year, what are better statement wins than 35-6 over the Chargers and 34-20 at Denver? We got there's another, that's 2 4-loss, that's a 3-loss team, one of them to us, a 4-loss team, one of them to us. The 49ers are a 4-loss team, one of them to us. The Panthers lead their division, lost to us. The Colts were on cruise control until we insulted and injured them here in Jacksonville. I mean, it's all setting up for something magical. And I got to be honest right now. I don't care where the Jaguars played in the AFC today. I don't care if they played at New England. I don't care if they played Houston at home. I don't care if they played at the LA Chargers. I don't care if they played Pittsburgh on the moon. If they played a game tomorrow against any team in the AFC, I think the Jaguars were going to win.
I hate to keep bringing this up. We should be 13-2 right
I know. Man, that's where the lack of respect gets you too. They treated us like we were some sort of those referees at Cincinnati, man. And here's another thing. If we were a really good, loved, followed, believed in team, somebody now would be pulling that up. Hey, by the way, the Jags should be the number 1 seed. Look at this play that was called pass interference, which was a terrible call.
Horrible.
Perfectly defended play. You're listening to The Drill. It's a NextGen Roofing Monday. It's a Raise the Roof football season. Happy to be partnered with NextGen Roofing. Count on them when you have roofing situations you need to take care of. Save $300 in the process. Just tell them you heard all about them right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Check in Tuesdays for Jeff Lageman and Check the Tape Tuesday.
We'll keep you up to date with the latest and NFL news.
Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Checked by Napa Auto Care on 1010XL.
This is Garrett Scantlin, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for any orthopedic issue you have. I'm back to my Olympic training, and I feel great.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago, went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey guys, listen up. There's no gift that's more beautiful, more versatile, and more meaningful than a beautiful piece of jewelry. And there's no better place to shop than locally I said locally owned Beards Diamond. Say hi to the Lupos when you go in there. They've been doing it a long time. More on that in a second. Making memorable moments is our specialty. And this holiday season, Beards put together the most impressive selection of can't-miss gifts. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands for every taste and every price range. And during the Beards' 44th anniversary sale, that's right, I said it, 44 years, you can save up to 44%. Exquisite colored gemstone jewelry, solid gold fashion jewelry, pearls. Beards has the headliner gift she's dreaming about. So don't settle for impersonal service, lesser quality, or higher prices at those corporate chain stores in the town center. Get to Beards. Beards Diamonds. They're a locally owned jeweler for 44 years. Shop local, shop Beards at the St. John's Town Center.
It's December. You need cash. You also need a new Kia Fast. At Kia on Atlantic, you can get both because it's our year-end cash bash. And during the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event, make no payments for up to 6 months. Or take advantage of 0% APR. Hurry and get to the year-end cash bash. Online at KiaOnAtlantic.com. Kia on Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
The boys are back in the kitchen.
Don't start the barbecue without me.
Joe, Matt, and Leon give you plenty to chew on during lunchtime. Freshly baked bread from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
Thank you for lunch, boys.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
Yo, you already know it's your main man, E.T. And no one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails, served over ice balls, local craft beers, and handcrafted whiskey cocktails. Rounded out with adventurous drink menus, second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree drafts. Check them out now on Atlantic and Kernan. Twin Peaks, eat, drink, scenic views. Come on, somebody.
In Northeast Florida, power outages are unavoidable, but losing comfort, security, and peace of mind doesn't have to be. With a Generac home standby generator from American Electrical Contractors, your power comes back on automatically the moment an outage begins. As Jacksonville's leading and one of the longest-running Generac dealers, American Electrical Contracting has the experience you deserve. Be prepared. Protect your home and family. Protect your business. Generac standby generators from American Electrical Contractors. Call 737-7770 or online at american-electrical.com.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Did you know that individuals over age 60 have great results on Awaken 180? See how you could drop weight and get off your medications in just 3 months with Awaken 180's Golden Program. Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coatings, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
The receiver position is one of fascination for the Jacksonville Jaguars going forward, right? Jacoby Myers locked up, great move. Everybody thinks it's a great move. 24th highest paid receiver in the NFL. Low-key #1 type receiver, #2 as well. Brian Thomas Jr. already under contact. The wild card is Travis Hunter. What do you do with Travis Hunter? Do you play him more at corner? Do you play him more at receiver? Do you continue to play him at both? That will be something fascinating to watch in the offseason. And that's your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power. Lift Power always on the look for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians. Benefits from Lift Power 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Lift Power voted one of the best places to work year in and year out. That's why. Lift Power rapidly growing. That's why. Lift Power proudly serving Jacksonville for more than 50 years. Screams stability. That's why. Lift Power, family owned and operated. Listen, you're thinking about a career change? Learn more. LiftPower.com. That's LiftPower.com.
All right, more Trevor perspective. He wanted generational. He's put together a generational month. He's joining some pretty crazy company on a couple of things. We're going to talk some college ball coming up. I do have this when it comes to at least one of the teams that was in there. And I've been, I will triple down. The idea is to get the 12 best teams. You don't get like extra credit. Ooh, we only lost by 17, or ooh, we kept it within 3 touchdowns. The goal of the college football playoff is not to put teams in to see if they can keep it within 3 scores. That's not why you do it. And unlike the NFL, which can give you some blowouts, those teams have to earn and win their way in with conferences that play like schedules and similar teams. So even if they're only 7-9, they played the best of the best all year. But if you play a schedule where you don't play but one Power 4 team all year, how do you think it's going to go when you play the number 5 team in the country? It is just so beyond ridiculous. They have not answered for it near enough. But it's not just the JMUs and the Tulanes who were stepped up in weight class. This now lingers from Texas A&M's season coming to a crashing halt. Boy, they look pitiful. And they have not played great football. I wish South Carolina just beaten them and kept them out of our eyesight this weekend as well. I said this earlier. Miami and Texas A&M took the sport of football back 60 years. Back to the days where there's no score at halftime and dudes can't make 30-yard field goals. That's what football was like. Used to be back in the day, you had a 29-yard field goal, you're all nervous. Well, Saturday at College Station, you had to be. Now, much of that was wind-related. I thought Carson Beck played meh. Marcel Reed was terrible. I mean, really, the only Mark Fletcher for the Canes. Running back. I mean, because you can't really argue for anyone. I suppose the defense has played okay. Miami's defense got after Reed. I know Bain had a big day, and so there were some plays made on both sides. But overall, just a boring, terrible football game that, again, took us back to the 1960s. When's the last time you watched a game where there weren't 8 inches of snow or 80-mile-an-hour winds where it was no score at halftime? 2 good teams don't play to no score. They get something in there somewhere. It was 3-0 after 3. I mean, and then Texas A&M tied it up. Everyone nervous as could be. The guy's got to make a 40-yard field goal. Rightly so. The kicking was terrible. But Texas, this is how I'll finish. Texas A&M played 2 teams with winning conference records this season. 2. Texas and Miami, and they lost to both. Total combined conference record of the teams that A&M beat, 20-52. So in hindsight, they weren't a very deserving team either. They had a miraculous win at Notre Dame early in the year, and they rode it all the way to the end. Stayed undefeated, luckily, by avoiding the upset to South Carolina. Stayed undefeated, and then Texas beat them. And then they went into the playoffs and hosted Miami, and a Canes team that didn't play good. Did they?
No, they didn't.
Any other college football observations?
Yeah, well, when I was, just going through the channels this weekend, I was like, because you had a vested interest in Tulane Ole Miss on Summerall.
Right.
Did you take anything, what did you take away from that performance? Or just him
I'm going to be honest. I watched Ole Miss go down the field twice in a row and said, I'm not watching any more of this, and I put it on the NFL game, the Eagles and the Commanders. I mean, that's or yeah. maybe I watched some basketball. I don't know what I put it on. That was so I didn't at that stage. I'm not going to glean anything about my new head coach. Right? I mean, you're way overmatched. You're playing a team that already beat you earlier this year by a similar number. And I was glad for Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin did him dirty. I go back to liking Ole Miss again, right? I say he did him dirty. He didn't really do him dirty. It's just the way it worked out, though. And that in combo with Lane Kiffin's personality just made it feel like Ole Miss was getting dumped on. So PG, as they call him, Pete Golding, their new head coach, I was happy for him to come out and see Ole Miss play the way they did. And I'll be rooting for him like heck against Georgia. You go, Ole Miss. You go. And look, I'm trying to remember how that Ole Miss game went. I think Ole Miss, did they take a lead on Georgia? Or was that 2 years ago they did that? I feel like they took a lead in Athens. They didn't hold it. But I'd have to revisit. I know ultimately they lost fairly convincingly. Find me the Georgia-Mississippi score there real quick if you wouldn't mind. Here is the way now that the Elite Eight will shape up. Don't forget they moved to bowl game sites. In a weird kind of irony, the only way you get a home game in the playoffs is if you're not seeded 1-4. The advantage of being seeded 1-4 is you get that off week, and now going completely rested, as healthy as you can be, and pointing towards teams who won last week. So Texas Tech, Oregon, don't know. That's Jan 1 at noon. Alabama, Indiana. Indiana's certainly been a better team this year, but Alabama is the much bigger program. This is kind of like the Ole Miss LSU argument, only this Bama team hadn't fallen to the wayside like LSU did this year, so much that they fired their coach. I guess I would call myself a quasi-believer in Indiana. They had a great year. They went undefeated. They played two good teams. They beat them both, Ohio State and Oregon. So I would think Indiana would beat Alabama. The best team in the Big Ten against, the third or fourth best team in the SEC. Two more SEC teams hook up. It'll be Ole Miss and Georgia. That's the night game on New Year's Day, which is Thursday. And then the only New Year's Eve game is Miami against Ohio State. The Buckeyes are a big favorite, 9.5-point favorites. I think I would lay that lumber if it were me. I don't trust Miami one bit. Thankfully for Ohio State, college football higher-ups didn't do something stupid like they normally do, like give the lesser underdog team more of a home game. Didn't put them in the Orange Bowl. That sounds like something that the inept college football committee would do. Put the Canes as the 10 seed in the Orange Bowl. But thankfully, no such shenanigans occurred. They'll be playing in the Cotton Bowl, Miami and Ohio State. The Orange Bowl will be Oregon, Texas Tech. That's 5-4. The Rose Bowl, Alabama, Indiana, and the All-State Sugar Bowl on New Year's night. Take you back to the old days. Is that Herschel Walker out there? Ole Miss and Georgia will play there. Let's talk more Jags with the Monday morning running back, Fred Taylor, next. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 48th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach open 7 days a week in December.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate. Hey, Hick here for Lockhart Construction and Roofing, longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his dad. His guys are from here, taking care of people who live here, people like us, the Hickens. Oh, man. Lockhart family's done such great work at our house. We basically remodeled our entire house. We appreciate them. We do project after project. Always good to see them. They're fast, friendly, affordable. They're clean. Everything you want in a contractor, they take care of. But also, don't forget, it's Lockhart Construction and Roofing. And, of course, they've been doing roofs around these parts for decades. GAF Master Elite Warranty, Master Elite Contractor. Nobody better than Lockhart Construction and Roofing. So, at some point, you're going to need a roof. And if you do, remember Lockhart Roofing. They'll take great care of you. If you have any types of questions, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. That's how he works. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction and Roofing, 994-3865.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL. Served by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956. This is the home of the Florida Gators. Get your Gators hoops on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
In the game of vehicle performance and reliability, Atlantic Infiniti is always the top pick. This is Hayes Carlion. Did you know that every certified pre-owned Infiniti is inspected, factory-backed, with a limited warranty, and gets the same championship-level service as a brand new Infiniti? Every mile will feel like first class, Check out their full certified inventory now at AtlanticInfinity.com or visit Atlantic Infinity off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, I'm worried.
You? Really? About what?
Well, I like to have a little seasonal potluck. Invite some friends and neighbors and guys from the office. But if the food gets spicy and the party gets rocking and that old toilet in the two-piece can't handle the traffic, well, what if my drain backs up right in the middle of everything?
Dude, imagine you're wearing my sunglasses.
Okay. Shoomp. Whoa.
If you're planning to host a holiday party and a blocked household drain line threatens to ruin the whole thing, call us and tell us. The drain clearing experts at Bueller Air and Plumbing will unclog your drain for free.
You do that for free?
It's Christmas.
Yeah, but for free?
The holidays can get pretty hectic. If a clogged drain line threatens to ruin the whole thing, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
It's the best time of year for sports. Bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, it's all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which games to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins DUI defense firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
All right, we're going to welcome in our Monday morning running back. You know him, you love him, future Hall of Famer Fred Taylor joins us on the hotline. Speaking of hot, safe to say that's what our Jaguars are. Fred, I've been here since the beginning, since 1995. I've seen every season, every Jaguars game, and there have been few that have been on this kind of run. Your team in '99 certainly did, but what's impressive, I think, at least for me, and tell me your perspective as a former player, because what they tell us is, well, every game in the NFL, it's a pro football team. You can't take any of them for granted. They're all hard. Yeah, this is a team this year. They've beaten a 4-loss San Francisco, 4-loss Chargers team, a 2-loss at the time Broncos team. They've beaten the Texans and the Panthers and the Colts. I mean, I don't know if we've had a year, Fred, where we've stacked up as many quality wins, and I would assume that will serve us well in the postseason. Good morning, friend.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hey, I just want to say happy holidays to everyone and enjoy that early Christmas gift that the Jaguars handed all of us. When you're in it, those are just the principles and the foundation you want to live by, because it's true. Every team is capable of beating every team, and sometimes it doesn't seem like that should be the case, especially for the conspiracy theorists out there, the people that like to gamble and say, well, it was rigged or this or that happened. No, these guys prepare from OTAs throughout the entire season. And some days it's just going to be your day, and some days it's not going to be your day, and that's just part of the game. The Jaguars, to their credit, they've been locked in. They've been fortunate with injuries, and they have a quarterback who's evolved to the potential that they always thought he had, and he's showing that. But that's also a credit to the front office. The conviction that they had to pull the trigger on the coach that they had, the GM that they have, throw Tony Baselli in the mix, and just that whole pot of gumbo that they were able to create together is why we have, or why we're witnessing what we're witnessing now. You have a group of strong-willed, unselfish gentlemen in the locker room who fighting for each other to win each and every week. So, they just got to continue to keep it up, man. Ain't no looking back now.
Well, it's also a season, as you well know, that you look around the landscape and some stalwarts you're used to seeing, the Lamars and Burrows and Mahomes, they ain't going to be there. So the path is wide open for them. I mean, Fred, I don't know about you. I feel like if the Jaguars played any team in the AFC tomorrow at our place or theirs, they'd beat them. I guess the short way of saying it, I feel like for now, I mean, flavor of the week press, I feel like we're the best team in the AFC. Prove me wrong.
You know what? I can't prove you wrong. They're playing as if they're the best team in the AFC. They just beat who was considered the best team in a team that was considered the best team in the AFC at their place in a very hostile environment when the odds were against them. And after seeing the Patriots-Ravens go down to the wire, I don't believe that the Patriots are who, we all thought they were in terms of seeding right now. But I think the Jaguars are playing the best football in the NFL right now. If some don't want to say they're the best team when it comes to ranking, they certainly are playing the best football, the most dominant football. So, again, the season, in some respects, some regards, is just beginning. It's crazy to look at it that way, but this is December football when so much is on the line. The most minimal of mistakes that happen can shift the entire playoff picture for a lot of teams. So, again, they have to just continue to keep the main thing, focus on the Jaguars and that locker room, and I think everything will handle itself.
At what point, Fred, do you stop believing the external motivation of they say we're small market here or they don't believe us there? Oh, gosh, I watched the news today, and they talked about 4 teams and one wasn't us. Does that lose its effect? I mean, at this stage, the team has to know how good they are.
I think that's their driving.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that they hang up so they can go after. That's fine with me. Whatever it takes is what it takes, in the words of my good friend Trevor Mowat. And he would always say, sometimes you got to fool yourself. You have to create these motivators. Hey, if they're saying it's the disrespect, look at the theme. All right, look at Coach Cohen's post-game interview. If you listen to that, maybe he said, okay, Sean Payton, that little slight about Jacksonville's market. And then he did say you guys were a good team, but he also said the market was small. And after the game, Coach Cohen said, I guess a small market team can come in here and win, in a place like this. And I'm just paraphrasing. But
no, that's about it. Yeah.
So, that was potentially could have been part of his motivation or just a little sarcasm at the end of the day. But, whatever it takes, man, I'm all here for it.
Yeah, well, I guess cue Phillip Rivers' video and everyone talking glowingly about Phillip and how awesome he was, and maybe you can use that going into next week's game at Indy. You get close to the end here, Fred. I mean, you've been on playoff teams, numerous ones here in Jacksonville. How do you balance your excitement about what could be just a couple of weeks ahead with what happens, this week and what's directly in front of you?
The same mindset that the players, that the guys have, they're going to remind each other that, it's one game at a time. And it's easy actually to buy into that thought process. It's us against the world mentality, take it one game at a time, and the coach is going to continue to remind the players that. And I think they'll be able to maintain themselves and not get too far ahead of themselves. Last night, what was it? The Ravens were up by 10 with 14 to go, and I'm like, okay.
11.
Right.
They were up those
11. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
because they had to go for 2. And at that particular moment, I was saying to myself, all right, don't watch the game. And as soon as I started watching the game, it seems that the Patriots make a comeback. And I got ahead of myself, right? But you have to be able to maintain your wits about yourself, because it's going to unfold however it unfolds. But you want to make sure you continue to dial in and do your part, as a player, as a fan, as a coach, as the people in the front office, the social media team. They got to take it to Sean Payton today. I'm looking forward to that. So everybody has a part to play.
What can you attribute? I mean, look, I attribute it to just the digestion of the playbook and Fred, how different are playbooks? There's a big, it's interesting in sports and commenting on sports, and I'm sure even front offices look. You got to differentiate between what's a reason and what's an excuse, right? Did we miss the playoffs because we were injured, or is that just an excuse for why we missed the playoffs? And so I think of that in terms of Trevor. You're a quarterback in the NFL. You're a young guy when you came in. You're still just barely 26. And you've had 3 head coaches and 3 by proxy, 3 or 4 different offensive systems. Is that a reason or an excuse for maybe taking a while to get to a point of consistency?
I mean, that's the whole thing there. There's a lack of consistency in his development. When you look around the NFL, consistency wins. Look at what's happening in Pittsburgh all these years. Coach Tomlin, is easier to achieve success when you have that level of consistency. I always use the Steelers defense, for example, over the years that I played and all the times that we played them. Every year, year in, year out, if you looked at the Steelers defense, you would remember 9 of their players returning to their system each and every year, at least. Jacksonville, not so much. It seemed that every year there was always a huge turnover. Guys in and out of the system, on and off the team, looking for answers. When you're successful, it's easy to make those decisions. You want to return as many guys as you can. But as it relates to Trevor, he didn't have that early on. He's starting to have it now. Coach Cohen said this is his science project. They were able to tweak some things and finally get him into a system that he's comfortable with, where he's able to use the entirety of his athletic ability. He's running. He's on the edge. I always thought that the play-action game was one of his strengths. They're able to finally insert a system where he's able to get out on the edge, and he's making amazing throws once he's outside the pocket, and he's able to just settle down and not always go for the big play, but he's actually learning how to just continue to hit his drive starters and take what the defense is giving him and not forcing many bad throws. And, again, it's been a 4-week stretch that we've never seen, quarterbacks play this way. I mean, he's been as consistent as any quarterback in the past, 5 or 6 years. And to his credit, whatever it is that he found, I just hope he continues it.
Well, it looks, that's the thing, Fred. It looks like it will. We're stepping up in competition, not going the other way. I mean, the Jets, for all of their turmoil, they were still like a 12th rated pass defense came in, and Denver's the real deal, and they lit them up, by the way, while getting sacked 5 times and hit 14 more. I mean, that's what's encouraging, Fred, because early in the year when the Rams got at him like that and the Seahawks got at him like that, we weren't good enough playing complimentary football to have a chance to win. The 3 games where Trevor was absolutely harassed and harangued, Houston, Seattle, the Rams, and the 3 games that we had disappointing losses. So don't underestimate this, not you, but the people listening, the step up in winning yesterday. Not only did they win, but they didn't do it by playing perfect, and protection. Again, 5 sacks, 14 hits. That rivals, as rough an afternoon he's had physically all year. Yet yesterday, the offense seemed to run right on point. So is that also a bit of an advantage that, you don't have to be clean and perfect to be successful?
I'm just going back here on NFL GSIS, just looking at some stats here. And those 2 losses, I'm looking at Trevor didn't really utilize his legs much. Yep. In games where he's been able to escape the pocket and help convert those first downs to continue those drives, we've seen many opportunities in these wins where Trevor's legs, the rushing output from Trevor is 20-plus yards, 30 yards or so. And that's helped the offense. It's opened up the offense. It's made the defense say, we have to try to play, have to be honest on our side and be more disciplined, and they can't be out of lanes and stuff like that. So I think that's helped Trevor, but he's always had that ability. Back to Clemson, just always had it. And thankfully, they have the confidence to say, look, these are the plays that we're scripting for you. We know you can deliver. We know you can do it. and he's accepted that challenge. But I love this fiery, competitive Trevor, and you can see it in his demeanor. You can see it in, his confidence. He's not just sitting back. He's really attacking defenses, and you can see it like in his interviews.
Yeah.
I love to hear it on social media. I see it. I love that he's embraced that role with his teammates, and this is what you need from your starting quarterback. So T-Law has arrived.
All right, let me take you out of your analyst role here as the Monday morning running back with us, and so that way it takes off any undue pressure. You're not putting any, this isn't an official prediction. I'm not asking you to double down, but what do you think the Jags' chances are going to the Super Bowl this year, Fred? I mean, like realistic. Is this his most realistic Super Bowl shot, like at this time of the year we've had since maybe '99? Does it feel like that? Because I've been here a long time, Fred. It's starting to feel like that to me, like a really good team, not a good team playing really good.
I think it's because of the amount of time it's been.
Yeah.
Because 2017 actually felt very similar.
Yeah.
Similar.
Okay.
I think the only difference is, and this isn't a shot at Blake, because Blake did what he needed to do that season in terms of leadership and performance to help that team get as far as they got. And he had moments where he looked like the number one overall pick. But one of the differences is that defense was amazing. Here we have a quarterback who's playing outstanding. We have receivers that are stepping up. We have, a defense that's not as dominant as that defense was, but they're a dominant defense. And it just looks good and it feels good because we are winning and because it wasn't expected, to start the season. We can probably kind of prematurely say, all right, well, we're going to the Super Bowl. On one hand, some people say, speak it into existence. And on the other hand, realistically,
don't mush it.
Some people say, like me would say, just let it happen.
Yeah, I hear
1 week at a time, and let's not get in front of ourselves. And this is because that's how you set yourself up for.
Well, what fun is that,
disappointment.
Fred? I want to have some fun. Hey, E, make a note. Don't mention the Super Bowl to Fred the rest of the year.
Noted.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I got to stay out of trouble.
I've been in those locker rooms, man. I was a part of '99.
That's why.
I was a part of a group that they said, okay, here go 15 Super Bowl tickets. We were a half away from going to Atlanta, and we didn't make it. So I've been 1 foot in and one foot out, and I got pushed out.
That's
so I try to keep all things in perspective when it comes to when you make it, you make it.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, Fred, we enjoy having you every Monday morning. Appreciate you, my brother. Have a good week, and hopefully we'll be in victory formation next Monday as well. And Merry Christmas to you and your fam.
Indeed, man, and Merry Christmas to you and everyone that's listening out there, man. Go Jaguars.
All right.
Duval.
That's our guy, Fred Taylor.
That's right.
Monday morning running. All right, Freddie, appreciate you. We'll talk to him next week. We'll come back with more. You're listening to The Drill. It's a NextGen Roofing Monday.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, the Gator Boys are back and ready to defend their national title.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
This is Gator Country. Your home for Gators hoops is 1010XL.
Hey, First Coast, it's your boy Leon Searcy, your lemon pepper guy. Back and better than ever for Wingstop. You know I can't resist those crispy, flavorful wings that make your taste buds dance. Wingstop just opened a hot new spot on Jeremiah Street in Middleborough. There's 17 locations now serving up the most mouth-watering wings in town. And my all-time favorite, lemon pepper. Try their new quick and easy ordering on the app and swing by today for fresh, hot wings made for you. Only at Wingstop.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank. N.A. member FDIC.
Hey, Hickett here for my friends at ITP Partners. We're facing interesting economic times, right? Dow goes up, Dow goes down, Dow goes up, Dow goes down. Tariffs, I can't make sense of it, but my guys at ITP Partners can. Jacksonville folks taking care of my Jacksonville money, and that is a comforting thing. It's the experience, it's the expertise, it's the knowledge, and it's the openness of Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Janice Cobb, Reed Wingate. They're always there for me, right? Always there for me. And listen, 3 generations of Hickens have invested at ITP Partners, and they listen, and they give us each individualized strategies where our goals become their priority. It's a great time to get in the game. ITP Partners are always there to help. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Easy to get a hold of. Or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life.
I'm Max Fink, and I'll bring you the Gator Report several times weekly to keep you connected to Gainesville.
The Gator Report, put together by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gators!
This is Garrett Scantlin, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for any orthopedic issue you have. I'm back to my Olympic training, and I feel great.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago, went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi are on a mission to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. I've instructed my team to take every reasonable offer. We won't lose your business over price. Thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to move. Get year-end savings, top dollar for your trade, and the easiest car buying experience ever. But hurry, these deals end when we hit 2,000, and we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Make it a December to remember only at Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi.
Hey, is your home ready for the holidays? Hicken here. Spots are filling up fast. Lock in yours today at ZeroResJacksonville.com and get 20% off all hard surface cleaning, tile and grout, hardwood, LVP. Happy holidays from all of us at Zero Res.
Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Hacker here for the best weight loss program that I've ever been on. You know, I hear some of my friends telling me about this medication they're on, or that medication they're on, or this shot they're taking. And I stop them and say, well, wait a minute. I lost over 100 pounds doing it the all-natural way with Awaken 180 Weight Loss. There was no medications. There was no shot once a week. There was the coaching I received from Awaken 180. There's the plan they put me on, and you see the results. Over 100 pounds of weight loss in less than a calendar year. The coaching I got was phenomenal. Not only did it help me lose the weight, it's helping me keep the weight off now that I'm in the maintenance program. Awaken 180 is the best weight loss program I've ever been on, and I tried them all. Go to awaken180weightloss.com, awaken180weightloss.com, or call 844-346-1800.
Ready to take your gift giving to the limit? Hey, I'm Ben Kay, owner of Gotham City Limit, your local comic shop, inviting you to stop by and see how we can help this holiday season. From comics to collectibles, community, and more, visit GothamCityLimit.com and always take it to the limit.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Hicks drops, 4-man rush. Fires downfield, and that ball's going to be picked off. The Jags intercepted. Jarian Jones went up and got it near the 30-yard line of the Jaguars. What a play by Jarian. The defense takes it away in a huge moment. How good is that?
Hey, Jeff, you know about that play?
Okay.
Yeah, it was a great play, but it wasn't
Terrible
like that tough. It's like, threw it right to him.
He went up and got it. I maybe got a little elevation on it, but that was a terrible throw. That was
horrible.
That was a throw that looked more like there was 3 minutes to go when they were down 14.
Right.
Still a lot of. I was nervous, man. I was getting Texans vibes.
Yeah, I was.
I needed that stop. It was 17. They got a field goal, made it 14. Got the ball. We didn't get a first down. That was when we had a really bad. Trevor's day could have been a little better. He had a couple of. Again, you don't quibble with the drops when they're catching most, but there was a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And he barely missed Parker Washington on a sliding play on the sideline, and that was on Trevor. He missed that one a little. And then there was another one that would have been a completion, but Washington stumbled just a little bit when he made his cut. You know the one that happened? It was one of those drives we were trying to get a first.
Okay.
And he led Parker Washington a little too much. He kind of hit his left hand. He tried to.
Correct. Yeah.
If you watch that play on replay, like as soon as Trevor's getting ready to throw, as Washington is making his turn, and he stumbled just a half a click, or that ball would have been right in on time.
Right in the
it would have been right in the. He's gotten so much more accurate. I don't know if it's because of his confidence in the offense. You know, we talked about you've wanted a generational prospect. He is finally starting to play generational, and he's putting his name. Look, last week we became the first player in the history of the league to score 5 touchdowns through the air and have 50 yards and a touchdown on the ground. No one had ever done it. Now we've got another, attachment to greatness. There was 2. There was one. It was just him and Brady. I think it's 12 touchdowns in 3. I don't know which one it was. I've got this one, though. NFL history. 10 or more total touchdowns and 0 turnovers in a 2-game span. 10 or more total touchdowns and 0 turnovers in back-to-back games. It's now a 4-man club. Trevor has now entered that club. The other 3, Josh Allen. Surprising because you think of him as kind of a turnover guy.
Correct.
Drew Brees and Patrick Mahomes.
Shout out.
Just like putting yourself in categories like that. And, by the way, the quarterbacks and prospects that suck, they don't ever do that.
Right.
They don't get to that point. So, again, I'm not going to argue and make this back and forth. But if you're in that group that said Trevor sucked, just take the L. I was wrong and move on. Don't argue back.
Yeah, just take the L. Just take
the L. Not, well, he was struggling. No crap. You said he sucked because he was struggling. Right. He doesn't suck. You're wrong. Take the L. Let's get on board and move on.
A conversation that's being had about our quarterback right now, and I want your opinion because I don't know if this is more Homer-based.
Okay.
But do you think Trevor should be just in the conversation of MVP?
Nah, I don't think so.
Me too. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think so. No. Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, MVP, you got to play start to finish.
Start to finish.
Start to finish. I mean, he could be the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, for sure.
You could lead his team to a championship.
Yeah, he could be our team's MVP.
I got a little bit of PTSD when it comes to Rams and Seahawks, maybe, but I kind of feel like that'd be a different game, too. In fact, it'd be fun to play the Rams in the Super Bowl. All about 35-7. We'll beat them just like they beat us.
Ooh, that would be wonderful.
I don't know how this has happened and the flexing that's going on, but it all culminated yesterday. That is a really good team. Taking them they have not lost a home game all year. They haven't lost a home game since like October of a year ago.
Right.
They're the best team in the league.
They was 11 games straight.
The best record in the league.
The most sacks. They got another 5 on us.
And we just beat the crap out of them. We played them on their field even and then exploded. 17 in the first, 17 in the second. Halves. 34 total. Just fun, man.
Was Patrick Surtain, was he lined up on BTJ? Because he was relatively quiet to me.
They avoided him. That play that I was talking about where Parker tripped, Surtain had tripped before. That play was wide open. He had slipped. I think Surtain kind of covered them all. I saw him on Jacoby Myers at one point.
I know who he wasn't covering. Parker.
Well, yeah, he tried on that one. He was the guy on the Parker Washington play. He was on Parker on that play.
Parker just made a move.
And he slipped and moved, and it would have been another big play. Parker Washington could have pushed to 200 without that there. I tell you what, the thing I'd like to see, though, when you got those guys doing that, where is BTJ? Where is he on his routes? What are we doing with him out
a little
there?
Bit. Yeah.
I don't know. It's watching on TV. You can't tell. That's the beauty of being in the stadium. You can kind of watch where things are going. One thing that seems we're not hearing at all be there'd be plays where there'd be someone open somewhere else and Trevor didn't see him. Right? Again, during this whole digestion growth process, those moments had cropped up. But I listen. I don't care if Brian Thomas Jr. has numbers. I just don't want it to become a thing. Not about the numbers, a thing in the head.
Yeah.
Not with down. I'm not down with this. That. I don't want any of that. That's what I worry about when a number one receiver or big time receiver prospect doesn't get enough opportunities. I don't want any of that nonsense. You go out there, you short-arm us into a lot of messes early in the year. Go out there and play your best football. You ain't getting paid for a few years, nor should you. And we got a real good signed, sealed, and delivered receiving core now for the next 4 years. I mean, look, I'm going to enjoy this. This isn't about how good can we be next year. Don't get me wrong. But, baby, we're going to be good next year offensively.
I'm glad you said that. I made some notes on something real quick. I want to ask you this question.
All right. 904. It's a battle cry.
If it comes down to it, Jeff, if you had to pick one that we got to re-sign,
okay,
is it going to be Parker or Travis Etienne? You can only re-sign one of them.
I'm not playing this game. They're not together. You can at least stick to the ones that are together. Parker Washington and Etienne will never be bandied about at the same time. So yeah, I don't want to play. That's hard. You got a number one running back who they say, for a position that's been devalued, and you got your third receiver. So I would think the right answer is probably Etienne. To be honest, and you go find another Parker Washington.
Ooh, man.
But boy, he's certainly playing well, and he's kind of got that big play spark. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. Trayvon Walker is not a big, cursor.
At all. Yeah.
He's a mannered guy. Nice young man.
Yeah.
Good heart. He played good yesterday. He had a tackle for loss in the backfield. It's not all about the sacks, and it's a good thing because I think he's still stuck on like 2.5, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 3.5 sacks this year for Trayvon.
Let me see.
But anyway, he said this as the team is just embracing this role of the forgotten, disrespected underdog. He said, "Excuse my language, Dad, Grandmama, but bleep everybody but us." And the bleep was, it started with a letter between E and G. Put it that way. So yeah, they're certainly feeling that stuff. You heard the reaction in the locker room, and you know it must have been one heck of a feel-good ride home. That's another thing about winning on the road, especially on long road trips.
Oh, I bet that plane.
Think about this. They had a road trip back from Vegas. They got to win. They had the road trip back from Arizona. They got to pick up a win. They had a road trip on the longest trip of the year out to San Francisco. Got to pick up a win. They're picking up wins to bring home with them on these long road trips.
Oh, the kind of card games and the vibes on them plane ride home.
Oh, it's got to be fun.
Yes.
Yeah, they have certainly responded to Liam Cohen's coaching style, and I love the game plans. I'm seeing plays that are running wide open, something we've only dreamed about. Mrs. P was asking me yesterday just what I got no other way to explain this other than Doug Peterson quit on us. Should give his money back for a year ago.
Yeah,
I can't look at what this team is doing, how hard they're trying, how much the staff is working and rolling. Then the coach, Coach Visor just rolling up every week with nothing new. I mean, he just stole from the Jags last year. This is not a good look for Doug Peterson. Now, we got the other half of the Wonder Twin powers there with Balky. That never helps. But, buddy, what a fresh, it's great to turn over a new leaf and get younger, okay? The vibe, the energy. But it's even greater when it works. Because now you've turned over all that. By this time next year, by the beginning of the season next year, we will have forgotten all about Press Taylor. Just be a forgotten poot bubble in the history of the Jags. All right, that's a dub. That's what we do around here.
We do.
Now 11 times. E famously in the preseason predicted the Jags would go 12-5. Now he's hoping they go 13-4. If you know, you know. But meanwhile, because he predicted 12-5 and was so confident, he went and bought 12 That's a Dub t-shirts.
12 of them things.
So every time That's a Dub, one of y'all, that's a dub.
Uh-huh.
And so right now, that's number 11?
That's number 11.
641-1010, caller number 11. You can take home a That's a Dub t-shirt.
It's only appropriate. Parker Washington, baby.
All right, we come back with more in the 9 o'clock hour. You're listening to The Drill. It's the Next Gen Roofing Monday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Weekends fly.
I agree with him.
That's why we put more football in game day. I'm in! With the Terminix Kickoff Show. 5 hours before kickoff of every game. Protected by Campione Law and American Electrical Contracting on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing NextGen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need NextGen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Graceful like a heel.
You have two women?
Strong-minded like a helmet.
Good.
Tom McManus straps on the helmet and joins Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl.
Helmets and heels.
Afternoons 2 to 4. Served by Green Law Group on 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Today's restaurant of the day, Flame Broiler, the Rice Bowl King. Try their new char wings. Char-broiled, never fried, grilled to perfection. Available as a 3 or 10-piece side combo meal with rice and a drink. Order today at one of 5 Jacksonville Flame Broiler locations.
All gas, no brake. That's what the Jags have been lately. If you're going to use that fuel, you may as well be saving at the pump. And it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. When you become a new member of the Shell Fuel Rewards program, you'll save 10 cents per gallon on your first fill, 20 cents per gallon on your second, and then 30 on your third. Get everyday savings. At Shell, members get more rewards, savings, and special offers. Offer valid through 12/31/26 at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same-day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Thank you for calling the Holiday Gift Hotline. Press 1 to make up for what you gave her last year. Press 2 for saying that about her mother. Press 3 for noticing the cute neighbor. For all of the above, you're better off hanging up and going straight to Beard's Diamonds.
Happy holidays from Beard's Diamonds, your destination for that perfect gift that's sure to make up for all your shortcomings this year. Show your love with a dazzling new bracelet or pendant, or eternity band, or a pair of stunning diamond earrings. Beard's Diamonds has the largest selection in Jacksonville at the guaranteed best value prices. Colored gemstone jewelry, all the latest designer fashion jewelry, and right now, during our anniversary event, you save up to 44% store-wide. And remember this, Beard's is not a big corporate chain like all the others in the town center. Beard's is a Jacksonville original, built by local people, serving local people. Come experience the magic of the season with a gift that's sure to bring a smile and a tear. Make this the best Christmas ever with help from Beard's Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Superior Fireworks. Jag head coach Liam Cohen credits a key down for the big win against Denver.
Really, you look at third down and red zone is kind of where we ended up winning the game.
The Buccaneers, having lost 6 of their last 7, are somehow still alive. Win the final 2, and Tampa takes the NFC South. Next, a must-win against Miami. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 9:13 and it's 60 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned for the 9 o'clock Nasty and More next right here on 1010XL at 92.5 FM.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
I'm faded, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. The nasty time.
Dropping, looking, throws it out of the back for SETN. Tries to make him miss, down to the 5. Down for the goal line, touchdown! 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 A 10-yard touchdown pass to Travis Etienne. The Jags have extended the lead. How good is that?
Short answer, very good. Offense are rolling yesterday, and look, you take that's playoff football, Lee. I mean, I don't know if the Jags are going to have a challenge, and whether what I mean by it, you know how playoff football works? Incredibly fired up and emotional in the beginning of the game.
Yes.
Right? They bring it, so you got to withstand maybe not having success there. Let your defense answer, or your offense, whichever one it is. So that happened.
Yeah.
We made it through those first couple possessions, put one together, got the benefit of a call, and went down and scored 7-0. Playoff football, good team's going to answer. They did. Momentum got back on their side with their crowd, and we just kept answering back, playing good, hard-nosed football. Let me tell you what else happens when you're playing playoff football, when you're playing good teams, great defenses. You're not going to sit back there all clean and pretty and scan the field. You're going to have to ball out. You have to have that dog in you.
You got to play football, make a play.
We had a conversation here in the studio just 3 weeks ago about do we have any dogs? We got a dog. He's wearing 16.
We might have a couple of dogs.
Well, we were wondering, did we have any? But unequivocally, 16 is a dog.
Yeah.
And he's playing with an emotion that people are noticing now that there's some success coming along with it.
16, 3, 11.
Yeah. 1.
1.
Yeah, that's all on offense, and they're feeling themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is another 2 in the turnover margin yesterday. We're up to 28 forced turnovers. We had 9 last year. 9. Didn't even get to double digits. Huh? 28. We got more interceptions this year than we had total turnovers. In fact, we got more of both. We are now to the point of the season. We have more interceptions already than we had total turnovers a year ago. And we have more fumble recoveries already than we had fumble recoveries a year ago. Do they come sniffing around Anthony Campanile this offseason? Defensive coordinator?
Right.
It has just been great complimentary football. And look, you won't find, let me look. You're not going to find the Jags like number 3 in total offense, number 3 in total defense. It's not what they're doing. They're just putting together, they run it good enough. They now throw it good enough. The Broncos were, you know what? Something else that's been happening these last few weeks, E?
Talk to me.
The red zone execution.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting in the red zone scoring touchdowns.
Yeah.
We had that one game a couple weeks ago. We were 5 for 5 in the red zone scoring touchdowns. And now yesterday, the Denver Broncos, the number 1 red zone defense in the league, playing at their place. 5 sacks, 14 quarterback hits. That's playoff football. You got to play through those things. So to play in about the closest playoff-type atmosphere that you can play in this late in the season, with everything that was on the line, to come out like they did bodes well. That's all I'm saying.
There's only one thing I was disappointed about yesterday.
Didn't get
Cam could have booted that thing from about 75 yesterday, man. Oh.
Yeah, Cam Bomb would have been nice.
Oh, Cam Bomb would have been nice, especially because it's in Mile High. That's where you're going to get to do it. And it seems like DJ Dallas, nice little substitution, returning the ball. He gets us right in space. All you need is 1 first down, and you're in field goal range.
That's right. No, 1 first down, you're in field goal.
Yeah.
And I said this is a low-key, nice groove of a signing.
Yeah.
Because he does all those things. He is not just a running back to fill out that roster, but he's been a kick returner, a punt returner in his career. So, DJ Dallas, the former Kane, had a couple of nice returns. He had the one out past the 40, another one out to the 30, 35-yard line, and I don't think the Jags did anything with that possession, but it keeps you from, going 3 and out with a sack and punting
And
from your
got a
own
punt,
8.
right.
You have narrowed the field so much. Good game from the punter.
Yep.
Logan Cook pinned him deep a couple times. That all the way down on the 1 when they may have had some faint hope. Liam Cohen in his post-game locker room celebration pointed out all the things that you would say.
He did.
Trent, how about, first
About your quarterback.
How about your quarterback? And the guys, what do? Go crazy. How about Parker Washington?
Go crazy.
Right? How about the punter? There was one more. You did 3 or 4 of them.
Parker Washington.
Yeah, and you know what's been great, man? In these winning celebratory locker room moments this year, it's been a different cast of characters. One was, how about Devin Lloyd?
Yep.
One was, how about Jacoby Myers, our new addition? How about Josh Hines Allen getting to that record? How about it, Jag fan?
The coach, man, don't throw out your shoulder because man, he's really swinging that thing.
Yeah, well, here's what I mean about complimentary football. We're going to get hectic tomorrow. I imagine the Jags will surge into the top 5 or 6. I don't know. The problem is, the hard thing is, there are 6 or 7 teams that are 4-loss or better.
Probably.
All right? The Bills, the Chargers, the Broncos, the Patriots, and us. There are 5 in the AFC alone that are 4-loss or better teams. 11-4 or better. 5 in the AFC. The NFC has, what? Seattle and LA are both better than 4-loss. Is that it? Maybe the Bears. I mean, there's still 7 or 8 teams, 7, 8, 9 teams that are 11-4 or better. But boy, again, keep us down there. Don't recognize. I would assume the opponents do. See, that's the thing. You get your own team fired up by this lack of respect. I don't think anybody out there in Denver was looking past the Jaguars. They're 10-4. They beat their division rivals. They knew what they were getting into yesterday. That's why I tend to think that Sean Payton's comments about the small market weren't meant to necessarily be derogatory, but more like, well, in case y'all ain't paying attention down there. But y'all get him. I'm not trying to take up. But here's what I mean about complimentary football. Total offense, 15th, 336 a game. Scoring offense, 8th. Complimentary. 27.3 is actually tied for 7th. And they've scored 25 points, 8 games in a row. It hadn't happened this year. I can't remember. I'm losing track of all the superlatives, to be honest. I don't want to throw it out there and be inaccurate for you. We weren't able to run the ball yesterday, and it didn't matter, did it? Etienne finally got going. He finished with 50. Did I see
he earned that 50?
Yeah, he did. Did I see he's on 999? But the Jags rushing offense is down now in the bottom third of the league. Let's see, total defense outside the top 10. Scoring defense inside the top 10, 20.8. So the scoring offense and the scoring defense are performing better than the total offense yardage in those categories. But that's where the turnovers come in and make sense, right? You're going to outperform when it comes to scoring. You're going to outperform your totals, your yardage totals, your sum totals. You're going to outperform when it comes to the scoring and defense when you've got those turnovers working in your favor and in your advantage. And that's something that just, keeps happening. I'm trying to, where's my turnover chart here? I need some team stats. I know that the Bears, were pretty good on that turnover. All right, here we go. Yards allowed. All right, turnovers. Yeah, the differential of 12. That's tied for third with the Rams. It feels like we should be better than that because we've been so good at protecting the football of late. Trevor especially has been turnover free now for how many games? 3 or 4 in a row?
Yeah, about 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4 games in a row. And the Jags have forced 28 turnovers. That's number 2 in the league. They're tied for third in margin plus 12. Only the Bears with 31 have forced more. The Jaguar, we said this before. If Trevor doesn't throw it to the other team, we're going to be hard to beat. Because that's where we haven't fumbled hardly at all. Remember I talked about
has
that?
ETN, has he fumbled this year?
No, not that I remember.
I don't think so.
But we've only lost 5 fumbles on the season. The 11 Trevor interceptions came early in the year, and that's really settled down. All right, let's come back and see what's trending. It is a Next Gen Roofing Monday on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. When the game leaves you wanting more, we give you a little extra. Hacker Leon and Coach Gerald Ingram bring you the window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter, nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. DJ Lagway is leaving the University of Florida, and that's a good thing for both parties. That doesn't mean DJ's not a good guy and he didn't try hard. I like DJ. I think he's a good dude, but he didn't turn out to be the quarterback you hoped. He threw 14 interceptions last year. Whether that was coaching or what, he doesn't look like the right guy, and I think Florida fans feel that way. The best thing he could do is get a fresh start with a new group of fans who feel differently about him and have an opportunity there. I hope he does well. I'll be rooting for him. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Buick GMC wishes you and your family a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And for the holidays, Nimnik Buick GMC has prices that are better than ever. If you're looking for a dealership that actually makes car buying easy, well, at Nimnik, you'll find unbeatable holiday savings, huge selection of Buicks and GMCs, plus flexible financing that fits your budget. Whether you're looking for a new SUV, work-ready truck, or certified pre-owned, they've got you covered. So don't wait. Start shopping at NimnikBuickGMC.com or visit the showroom off Phillips Highway today. GMC, we are professional grade.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Morgan Conley Roofing isn't just repairing roofs. He's building a legacy for generations to come. Born here, built here, staying here. MorganConleyRoofing.org. License number CCC 1333544.
Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz. The Nimnik Outdoor Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Best Bet is #1. That's right, Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine have one-card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war, just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. Learn all the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
This holiday season, sending a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers is a classy move, no matter who it's for. This is Frank Frangie. Kuhn Flowers is the most respected name in the floral business. Find out why when you go to KuhnFlowers.com and order an arrangement today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Oh, baby, we get content heavy when our Jags are on a roll. That's 6 straight, and the Broncos got the worst of a mile-high beat down. Up next, the Colts. You can watch the Colts on Monday Night Football tonight. With the wins comes the respect. Haven't made it to the A-team yet, but we will be the broadcast team number 2. I got a text that we got, the number 1 team, Burkhardt and Brady. That's simply not true, but they'll be at the Buffalo for Philly and Buffalo next week. That's where the number 1. They got us on Fox again this week in an AFC game. It's weird.
Yeah, we playing at 4 p.m. this week?
What? Is that right?
Hold on.
We're all 1 o'clock game. They moved us to 4 because we're 1.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
We're 1. Yeah. But we do get the second crew: Joe Davis, Greg Olson, and Pam Oliver. They were on yesterday when I was watching one of the. Maybe the early Fox game. I mean, one of the relatively big ones. So yeah, we could we're jumping up from like forever. It was Solomon Wilcots and whoever he was with. So we are climbing the chain. Ultimately, we'll get to the playoffs, and they'll have to give us the number 1 crew. Until then, Liam, use this for your edge. All right, ET is going to take us on a little trending tour as we try and get on a schedule. Turn you over to Jaguars today and continue a winning Monday.
Number 5.
And there's like a theme between most of these, but we'll start out with this one, man. Elon Musk, the rich just keep getting richer.
Okay.
Elon Musk becomes the first person in history worth $700 billion.
Well, here's what happens. If you got that kind of money,
there's hungry people in this world.
I don't know how people can can afford to pay the interest on that. Like, what kind of bank can pay you that interest for holding all your money? I mean, if you just get a conservative, just get a 10% return on $1 million, and that's $100,000. I mean, this dude just on interest makes billions a day, a week, a year. Yeah, there comes a point that there's more money than you can spend.
Yes.
He's way beyond that. I mean, I already know that. Again, Powerball misses again. We'll have another drawing tonight.
Powerball missed again.
Yeah, so we got our same deal in place. But, I have a hard time spending all that Powerball money. I can imagine if you had $700 billion.
Oh, my goodness. $700 billion.
Number 4.
We had the conversation at the end of the day. It looks like probably a lot of it would get given away if we won.
Yeah, definitely.
To different places. I'm not saying necessarily to people, but a lot of that kind of money, $750 million.
And we touched on this a little bit with Taylor Swift during the Christmas season, and as she comes towards the end of her tour, she's giving out $197 million in bonuses, $100,000 to the truck drivers, and up to $750,000 to her backup dancers.
Well, I mean, you know what? There's another one that has more money than she'd ever spend.
Right.
So good on her. I mean, yeah, good on her. That's amazing. I mean, if you're a backup dancer,
yeah.
What does a backup dancer make in a year? $100,000 maybe?
Yeah,
I don't know what they do.
She really changing their lives. Like
Yeah.
I've seen videos of when they're opening up their envelopes because she writes a handwritten note to all of them.
Yeah.
And they're opening up the letters and they're like, man, what? They ain't never seen no money.
The only thing I would like, how did this become known?
It's everything is recorded.
Yeah, that's the part I don't like.
Everything is.
Yeah, I mean,
is
we're gonna give away.
documented.
I would feel a whole lot better about all this if they gave all this money away and none of us ever knew.
Oh yeah,
it would feel more. It would feel even more powerful then. Now she may not be behind any of it, but I don't.
Everything is documented.
But I'm not in any way criticizing someone's generosity, and that's
Number 3.
That's generous to say the least.
Well, we haven't touched on this, but did you watch any of the Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua?
I did. I watched it, and I'll give Jake Paul credit from this standpoint. He got his beat up, and he said after I got my beat, he said it. I mean, he beat the hell out of him.
Yeah.
He tried. It took about 2 rounds to see the difference between a prize fighter and a brawler.
This dude was huge,
and he was it was a joke. It was a joke, and your boy looked like he was tired. When he moved, like you see him moving that ring against a UFC guy or other guys, it's not as pronounced.
Yeah.
You got a world-class boxer. He just it just looked like he was lunky moving.
I'm sure some of those blows that he took something out of him. Like,
Man, Joshua could have just attacked him at any point. And Jake Paul, he's just way overmatched, dude. I don't know how else to say. He's just way overmatched and broke his jaw in two places.
2 places.
He beat that. I knew that was coming, man.
You said that.
I mean, I knew that was coming. I'm only going to get hurt, man. And if he doesn't win, it's a fix. And Joshua wasn't going to have a part of that, I guess. No, I ain't fixing nothing. You want to fight a real fighter? I'm your guy. Well, don't expect nothing from me. So, but I will say that the way he handled it, like, I love this sport. I'm trying to get better in it. I ran into a real fighter, and he beat my A. That's basically how he responded.
And they both took home $92 million.
Yeah, I saw where Joshua just gets raked over the coals in taxes because he lives over there in England, which is taxes even worse than here. He loses it here, and then he loses it there, and he ends up making less than Jake Paul.
Wow.
But that's still a lot of money. By the way, he is like one of the richest fighters ever. Like, his net worth is like $250 million. Like, he had a higher net worth than Jake Paul, which stayed a lot because he's got all that other stuff going on.
Number 2.
And number 2, man, what was DK Metcalf thinking? Like, that's a huge deal to come off the bench, to go near the fans who's, in the stands, to actually put your hands on them and swing. That's a big deal.
DJ Metcalf obviously has issues. I'm right. He's always been goofy. Something's going on. He's gotten into fights. He's like on the field. He's had crying, just bawled in the locker room. It's just a lot of weird stuff goes on. He's very temperamental at the very least. But man, I got to tell you, you're playing an NFL game. You shouldn't hear what they're screaming from the stands. And if you are, you should have heard it forever ago. There's nothing that a person can say that entitles you to punching a fan in the stands. There just isn't. Period. End of story. And don't tell me you can't say this. No, yes, you can. They're at a game. You're a football player. Put on your helmet. You should have never been over there where he was, ever. Security should have been there. You should never put your hands on him. I'm curious how the NFL is going to respond.
Yeah, I'm curious.
He's a big player. That's a big part of the Steelers now, right? He's their explosive weapon in the pass game.
They're in contention right now, too.
For sure.
Yeah.
It was a big win yesterday over Detroit, and it certainly loses a little bit of the storyline to DJ Metcalf. Just, again, he went over, pulled on a guy's shirt in the first row and threw a punch at him. I don't think he hit him, but he threw one.
Number 1.
And the number 1 trending topic, it may not be something in the nation, but it's here in this here market that they like to call a small market. But we got a lot of motion. As we sit here on December 22nd, your Jacksonville Jaguars are 11-4, and they're playing meaningful football in December.
Yeah, and look like a meaningful football team. You can play meaningful football in December and not have the resume stacked. And again, this isn't about style points. It doesn't matter what people think of you, man. There's no vote. It matters what kind of team are you? What challenges have you faced? What's your makeup? What does your season resume indicate? I haven't gone through every team. I have a hard time believing there are going to be teams in the playoffs that have the list of impressive victories that the Jaguars have. Teams that are 11-4 and 12-3. We've beaten 4 lost Chargers, 4 lost 49ers. We've beaten. They were 8-2 when they came here. The Colts. We beat the Chiefs when they were the Chiefs still. We beat the Texans, who were a 5-loss team. Even the Panthers are in the playoffs after beating the Bucs yesterday, or would be. So it's a sturdy resume that's full of a lot of good wins, and none more impressive than the one they picked up yesterday against a Denver team who had beaten all comers, including the Packers just the week previous. That's what's trending. Come back on the other side. Gator basketball team played yesterday. I will cool down with how that went and more next on the NextGen Roofing Monday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The Jags crushed the Colts at the bank. Now it's time to finish with a flourish. It's division domination in Indy. Jaguars, Colts, Sunday at 1. On the home of the Jaguars. 1010 XL. Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
When the lights were on, the young guns showed that it was time to perform. In the third quarter, Trevor Lawrence would lead Jacksonville on a 9-play, 75-yard drive, capped off by a Trevor Lawrence rushing touchdown, giving the squad a 24-17 lead with 7:44 left in the period. The 5-minute drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
That's right. Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Don't miss your chance. Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney, but we both want to know, have you done your will? Something you need to do, something you need to take care of, something to get on your to-do list, but don't just leave it there. Get it done. You got to get your assets to the people that you choose. You work hard for your money. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen. He'll help you out with your decisions. He'll provide you all the info needed. It'll make it all your choices easy. They're the Hinson Law Firm, and they got all the answers. If you have questions, reach out. 527-1700, 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
This State in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 22nd, 2003, Brett Favre throws for 399 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Oakland Raiders the day after his father's death.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie. For Lee and Kate's Glass, they say you're going to see a big difference. But what does that really mean? It means a live local person on the phone, a smooth, easy process, skilled craftsmen, and excellent customer service all around, with your satisfaction absolutely guaranteed. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
In Northeast Florida, power outages are unavoidable, but losing comfort, security, and peace of mind doesn't have to be. With a Generac home standby generator from American Electrical Contractors, your power comes back on automatically the moment an outage begins. As Jacksonville's leading and one of the longest-running Generac dealers, American Electrical Contracting has the experience you deserve. Be prepared. Protect your home and family. Protect your business. Generac standby generators from American Electrical Contractors. Call 737-7770 or online at american-electrical.com.
Hey, Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coatings is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan from Checkmate Coatings. Our precision coatings make your floors the MVP of any space.
Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
If the good guys wanted to stop an 11-game win streak, the plan was simple. Go to number 11. In the first quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find Parker Washington for a 12-yard touchdown, making the score 7-0 with 7 seconds left in the period. The Washington score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Well, we somehow managed to shred the broadcast clock today, so apologize for that. Meanwhile, just keep bringing it. I'm cooling down with a little college basketball from over the weekend, and between the college football playoffs, we'll have more talk on that as we go through the week down to now the Elite Eight, so to speak. But in college basketball, the Florida Gators are remaining on the periphery of the rankings. Number 23, in fact, as they went into a Sunday afternoon game against Colgate. Apparently, they'll play Crest tomorrow and Aim on Friday. It's a toothpaste joke. I didn't land. Here's what you got yesterday. I mean, when I look at a Florida box score these days, I pretty much, first things first, I go to Xavier Lee. I mean, and see how he's playing. And 1 for 5 from 3 yesterday. It's been a struggle from three-point land. It's one of the reasons they got him. Overall, though, he's a little bit better. He led the Gators in scoring again. So Xavier Lee has been scoring. I still don't really like the guy, to be honest with you. I mean, as a player, from a standpoint of needing him down the end. I think one thing that's playing out here as we get deeper into the season, this Gator bench is nowhere near good enough for them to survive. When they went 8 deep last year, 6, 7, and 8 could ball. They're basically 6 deep, and after that, nobody does much of anything. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get some development there. Again, an overmatched opponent yesterday, the Colgate Raiders, and Florida beats them 90-60. Condon had 16 and 10. Chinyelu had 16 and 12. Tommy Houck had 17 points. Xavier Lee had 19 points, and the bench combined for 15 in a 90-point win. And Klavjar and Handlockton got 13 of the 15. So I just don't know. But again, there's a lot of ball to be played. It's going to be interesting seeing Florida get into their conference schedule and playing some different teams. They still have to play Dartmouth. That's coming up next week. It's like next Monday or Tuesday. Again, this would be perfect for Xavier League. It's to play all those Ivy League teams he used to play. And then the SEC schedule opens at Missouri the Saturday after New Year's.
Jeff, I got something to cool down with.
What you got, man?
This comes right off the text line, and I want your response.
Okay.
Please stop with the drum beating. We ain't did nothing yet.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Why do you follow sports, friend? I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna get you. What are you talking about? Seriously, what do you even mean? Yes, we have done something.
Hey, we were 4-13 last year.
We've played 15 games and we've won 11 of them. So yeah, that counts there, buddy. So I don't know what you're talking about. So you said please in all caps. Let me say no in all caps bold with 14 O's at the end. And if you don't like it, get lost. Huh? Don't like it? Don't care. I mean, are you kidding me?
Right.
What is wrong with people, Lee? Huh? We got some joy killing so-and-sos out there, don't we? Please stop with the drum beating. We ain't did nothing yet.
Nothing is
That's
all
what
caps.
this cat.
Yeah.
That is the expert analysis I'm getting on the text line this morning. What are we excited for? I mean, what is wrong with you, bro? What is wrong with you people? There you go. So yeah, we won't stop with the drum beating, and we have done a lot of things. So please stop the drum beating. We ain't done nothing yet. On the morning of questionable takes here and there, takes the cake as the most questionable. So, the drums should be beaten. You're trying to win the AFC South. You beat the best team in the AFC, the top seed yesterday. You got a ton of wins against good teams. You're a force and going to be a force in the playoffs. You're very well situated to perhaps make a run. So, no, we won't stop the drum beating. Why wouldn't we? And work on your grammatical skill in the meantime. Conjugated verb for me. You're listening to the drill. I have to put a rap on it next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside, your locally owned commercial truck headquarters and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, it's Rick Ballou. We got a fresh shipment of hard-to-find ProMaster vans, perfect for Section 179. My buddy Tommy and his team are committed to the community and make the process simple. Upfits, delivery, everything handled right. If you need ProMaster vans or commercial trucks for your fleet, you need Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
'Tis the season for savings at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Take advantage of the Second Amendment sales tax holiday, now through December 31st. Firearms, ammo, and accessories, all tax-free. Secure your holiday gifts with a Browning gun safe, and they'll deliver it right to your door. Come test shoot the newest bows by Hoyt and Matthews at Green Acres Sporting Goods at the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is served up by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, I get here from my friends at Action Garage Door. If your garage door wakes up the family or slows things down when you're already running late, here's a great gift idea. Upgrade to a quiet, smart opener from Action Garage Door Services. I speak from experience. I did it yesterday. That's right. I had the boys from Action Garage Door come over. They installed it, and man, you want to talk about how cool it is? I can control it from my phone. I can open my garage door from here right now if I want to. And smooth and quiet. Oh, man, what a difference it makes. Now's the time to act. Lock in current pricing before your early year updates and even make no payments for 6 months with approved credit. And just for fun from the boys from Action Garage Door, guess what? They'll take $50 off when you enter the code 1010XL. Enter the code 1010XL, $50 off. You do that when you go to GarageDoor911.com. That's GarageDoor911.com for Action Garage Door. Premium parts, premium people, and premium service. Happy holidays from Action Garage Door.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.group.com.
If you're listening to 1010 and you're a parent, chances are your kids are playing sports. Check out i9sports.com with spring and summer registration open right now, in the gym or on the field, and now at Tocoi Creek High School and Westside Middle. Check it out, i9sports.com.
When the team heats up and the temps climb high, Sunrise Heating and AC keeps you cool. That's no lie. From kickoff to overtime and every long drive, they'll keep your home feeling fresh and alive. When your system's down, don't sweat the score. Sunrise Heating and AC of North Florida is ready to restore. Fast, honest service from a local crew, keeping Jacksonville fans chill all season through. Your comfort starts here at sunriseheatingandac.com.
Touchdown! Ready to take your gift giving to the limit? Hey, I'm Ben Kay, owner of Gotham City Limit, your local comic shop, inviting you to stop by and see how we can help this holiday season. From comics to collectibles, community, and more, visit GothamCityLimit.com and always take it to the limit.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
fair point. The the naysayers, the ne'er-do-wells, those that don't believe, starting tomorrow, block from all sharing of information on the text line. Positivity only. Had enough of y'all, man. Taking the fun days, and yeah, it's fair. And the text line is reminding me, what are you doing, Jeff? Why are you sweating these guys? You know.
That's on me. I brought it up.
That's on you. Yeah, did you? In that case? Yeah. And then the Karen society just ain't built for my generation. Some of y'all are used to it, I guess. You grow up in the Karen society and it works, it works for you a little bit. You get it. Man, it's hard for us that grew up in real times where the only thing that matters is what you did. We didn't have somebody standing at every corner, correcting everything you said and thought. Criticizing a listener with a different viewpoint, telling them to go away, putting down their grammar is not a good look. My answer, hey, buddy, it's sports talk, not church. Let me give you another not a good look. Condescending judgment. That also not a good look. So, just for the record. Play him in here. Let's turn it over to the professionals who can enjoy today's Jaguars win, as we have all morning long in victory formation. Gave away another Dub t-shirts, but a NextGen Roofing Monday. That's hit like wildfire this football season, and man, so exciting.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right. Boys are ready. Got the Victory Monday shirt. Got a Dub shirt in there. I mean, all we do around here is win, Tony, and beating good teams as well. So many good signs pointing toward the month of January, quite frankly.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, I'll say it, right? Unlike Sean Payton, look, I don't think he said what he said to insult Jacksonville or any of the teams in the league, but you have to be more precise in your language than that, or it can be used for that kind of fuel, right? So I'll try to be as precise as I can with the language, right? If the Jaguars lose a game again this year, it will be a surprise when they do, right? That's the level that they're playing at right now. So it's not guaranteeing that they're never going to lose again. It's the NFL. Anybody can beat anybody. But when it happens for this football team with where they're at right now, we're all going to go, how'd that happen? Well, that's the way that it feels as DG9 walks
coming in,
by.
I love it, man. He's got the hat on. He's got a cowboy hat.
The last time the Jags were anywhere close to this kind of good was 2007, and really it probably goes back all the way to 99.
I said this last week. We started talking about, teams where they are, and this is like another feather in that. But I said before the Denver game, I think it's the second best team to the 99 team. I do. I mean, we can argue. I don't know. We haven't had a bunch of good teams. We've had 3 teams go to AFC Championship games, 96, 99, and 17. I feel like this team would beat 17, but who knows? Doesn't really matter. Don't care that much.
If this team plays that 17 team with Trevor playing and at the level he's playing right now,
yeah.
They beat any team in Jaguars history. I do believe that. Trevor's playing at a level of quarterback that we have never seen here in Jacksonville. Even Burnell in his heyday, we've never had this kind of thing. And for it to be sustained the way it has been, and look, he's still 26, right? It's still in front of him. So dare to dream, Jacksonville. Enjoy the ride while we're on it here in 25. I'm not saying do anything but enjoy the moment of what they're doing right now, but I say look to the future and feel pretty bright about it right now with what you got at quarterback.
Absolutely. Well, here we are in a victory formation another Monday. Got DG, Mike Dempsey joins Tony for Jaguars today. That's coming up next. Thanks so much for being with us here on a Monday morning. It's brought to you every Monday by NextGen Roofing. You save $300 when you use NextGen Roofing. We'll raise the roof again next Monday. Till then, let's all just celebrate.
A small market team like us can come into a place like Mile High and get it done.
The Drill at the Divorce Men Only